no Nina Yafa, the front tire, when I just say, we did Kaboka Cotton and Council because Kaboka. So, how the front tire is going, the back tire will also be going, but at the same speed. In the beginning of the Baba Panu, I just say, that is the condition I'm attack here. And the beginning to me, football to me, no tuition, no football to me, that's what I say. So, yes,
okay, Omukane nebo home. And first round, Otimi Ashomo, our twaso, second round or so. Was I quite you, my free me, and then Yawada Sanson. Say May 8th, the year 2025. We have been a Simano Edriano 9 and a Apanon, so Akwaaba Radio 98.1. A brass on a pay, say Batanas and Edia Good Yim, Yadi Ebra Sons, and non dunia Pejemu, Edia Free to Median is a Akwaaba Yukono, Ebetwaso, Edia Marco Pimis, a Dumia number bomb, not Yadi Akwaaba, you are some Casabonum, Ebetwas, Nochi Donko. Na waja alaji gongonono wanini timu no sempo mesi konya na wie kopim se ndomye sababo na bakezemfo no ebetoa so kopim se no number pounds mane duasa na afia nka ebo toa so no nsia ne awram ewo piece 104.3 ne akofa ni siro e de abrani sine chere sports team ne eba na Akwaaba sports extra ne abomodia e de atoa so e de ma kopim se no ngotwebobo na ngotwebo ne apagye mu na nwumede na kana betoa toa sa kopim se de beti biom na obesate enkancha na pay fraunia na katrane se atenase na no so emfrenu ni aso atenase na offer affiliate to Akwaaba Radio 98.1 abra tim nyina ya atenase na pay na dwumede no ya de ebra obekọ Facebook wom Akwaaba Radio blekum on Facebook no Akwaaba Radio blekum ana face Akwaaba FM on Facebook Akwaaba FM on Facebook uko show no obetima konya biawe udu ana wetimi like ni kama ediama wo wi na waja comment so no mia sa no so wo sa na wakara che woni no so enhye se be na pay nkoma udu ye di ebe no obenya bi etie na wakara na adwene kama etimi edi afa ho oko x na ano Akwaaba 981 x no Akwaaba 981 okwa obetimi afole ho nkoma bia ebetimi edi ho sa so ana oko YouTube na Akwaaba 98.1 on YouTube Akwaaba 98.1 so kwa show no your live for home uba kwanya videos ni bia hwem fonyina wo voice awuro benye bi etie na wanya bi akenkan na wa kire wadwena fa wonyina no ye beti akenkan etimi edemom sa so na akọ TikTok no so eno so Akwaaba 98.1 FM Akwaaba 98.1 FM also kwa show no ubeti akwanya bi na wa hwem oko online radio no Akwaaba 98.1 online radio no Akwaaba 98.1 so ko show no ubeti akwanya bi na weti o ananse poko 19 ni so and so Akwaaba Radio 98.1 FM Akwaaba Radio 918 FM odu abetimi anya so ni bi na wetie okoy Instagram no so and so Akwaaba 98.1 Instagram de Akwaaba 98.1 so ko show no obetimi akonya bi na wahwe no anya bi so etie ho anase po obetimi akọ Play Store na wakoda do Akwaaba Radio 98.1 FM Akwaaba Radio 98.1 FM wanyina kwa obetimi akonya show ni bi na wetie anase message tena ka no obetimi edafa 0242 020208 0242 020208 0207 5730 030207 573003 Zaya WhatsApp anasa number messages no obetimi edafa mna pamni nyina yebekenkan edema shano se timni nyina tenase fiase adanse bona kodro Federique ewasase na Hussein Adam sawa the tactical man Ocean Benkwame nyina fiase Richmond Hayford omada romantic show no okwe social media kenyina na obetimi akonye bi etie na onye bi so ahwe na waja adwenkyira to ni nyina no yebekenkan etimi edema medin ade Kofi Tagwane ne nsama hoda de ebra no yebekwa manani ni akodi nkomo ho eno UEFA Champions League semi-finals match 2 no etimi ekoso eno second leg ekoso e Paris abonteso of France ewie ye no na the home team PSG etimi ache Arsenal asobkan mienu a Arsenal etimi atekane bako ejina so ama yese Arsenal meno kan se Champions League no omantimi enu fana semi-finals eho na ese esie enti shano sisampo home na away no ese omo ache Arsenal abom 3-1 meno kan se Arsenal ono yipia no ntimi anye FA Cup ntimi anye Sasona League Cup ntimi anye eno sa edanje yipia no so wentimi anye nteze Mikel Arteta omo ekofie no ma hwe sempo ometo aso ne next season no no makoye di mo na league no metimi age anasa Champions League no omesanya kwanya bi ma na fana no ometimi do na nnu sa game ni ba na wie no edi ankomo ana two coaches no saso ana two clubs so eka ne nyina ayenkomo na pay bona ababona wode ebrese fana na start nyame ya dom 31st May 7 p.m. Munich abonteso eno aye atima a yɛfrɛ no Inter Milan omo ene PSG ana de ba kopim se nyame adamata the first May 7 p.m. ana kensi no ebetima todwa o Munich abonteto o Germany ahun komopi obete saso ena na Europa saso na Conference League no semi-final games and return legs no etodwa ne eyede ne yebenya 2 clubs Europa League no umakopie mu our finals na nya 2 clubs aye Conference League no so umetima kowre mu our finals ne nyina aye nsama na pay ya baba na yede ebro ana feso common kitinkita kanyina no adanse bona kojo Frederica baba ne nyina na wade ebro wo wiama na ninsa na sano so Hussein Oshibesi nkonyane mu nchemu no yetimi ede ato aso ye wie nchemu ni wia na yatasi fie afisam na sano so za Africa under 20 youth championship akoso our man even Egypt no and Ghana baba last game our group stage yene Central African Republic na de pem so 3 p.m. and I can say to Jaden komo and a coach Desmond Affair aka ade fasa aka nsie ho ahonsam obete sasa na MTNFA Cup no nyame aduma na atwa wie semi-final games no ebetima to dwa our Takwa 10 APAC na final game no Benefo at University of Ghana Stadium eho ana final no ebetimi atodwa 15 June and I'm paying for it as a bit member. Nina and command a pay. Ya betina said the Ebrush Shisha no enya Samketo Sassana Black Stars and a face of House of Folk goalkeeper Benjamin Asari. Washa I say, or Moshano no. Na Nikano, Nizaka, enya Samketo. Over by Facebook one videos in the AK go. No, Abranti, Yerikan and Son, some year. No free, no sparking kay, no muso one tias no on what ben on my way. Net nyasa bikito kra enti Benjamin Asari I say now no fro trotro na won koya sempina o Ghana say no e say elantra ibi ana menuka say yato e de amane say onye no won trem no nada no fisa we national goalkeeper eni kwanse fro trotro ne nyina en komana pay ya betena say de bro ana fe so house of folk de eba ne say omane maxo konadu ngomo no adochire na nya maso nko ogum kambi and so omugusua omnedi nkomo se dan komo bi se koba se watara oba ko etakireka director na se bi omuja ne kwan na ba ko be take over ne nyina eyenkoba na pay ya betena se di ebro bone eba na mno ninsem otimi edi amana sana so nyuma kwa wodo pi enene omokra yemu a otenkasa agudiem sem no ye di edan kefo so Akwaaba enterprise wasemi nkancha sebra na dansi oni amapapa bra na bejibi na nsa pepepe efiewra no oye bi na ma bit testament na per chance de bodan so oba nse ekabi saso na do na de bodan so na pe bi atoba obenye bi ato na do na ma wani bi no from 1 inch to 5 inches no obenye bi ato de free ho saso ananya ma bit tahiba do na pe say level frame glass awura na se bad wise na pe so pe shave na se head pan pickers no oba nse ekabi was padlock na pe say akese ne nkomanya no brane enyo fese na nse ntimi nkabi enve free ho na was in kancha so obehu e obrekum ala wakwan so yeni Akwaaba radio and wadam krum ya friend wa friend 0542 034967 and 0242 020208 ofra ye beje osuni abo amane mapa nsatima kabi ocha so nyame gas cooker na fini free service o semen kanjo zebra o fridge na se o sebo modern be hunu o be se ne kama ama fridge na se jira ne na so na o semen kanjo se mo gas na asa o be hu ye betra sa fele ne kama 8 media ma ana simple yes spray man nya mo no o ba ye betra spray man asa mo no motor no so na asa so de fufro be si so wo se nkanjo se gas cooker no ana so cylinder no se ne se how be atuna ne nyina de ba be se ne kama 8 media ma o be hu ye obrekum drop kwan so ye ne masa hisa motor repair ene die ne hwem wo se nkanjo se e ya frefra after 0549 332007 0549 332007 ofra yebetimi ajoso nanom ana unique still bender construction samin kancha zebra was say river bender curtain ana fe yebi ho sasana river ana fe installation ba yebetimi ane kama was samin kancha say that ye bi ne enchechire na ofie na usi no awani timi mram say ye wo na to na woni timi mram bridge na usi no awani timi mram a yen ene ese omaja tumi zampa ye ne mechechire yebetimi acheche kanka so posa abrusa no na wo wi a opeso fruit no ayon ro so na chechire to so a wo de netani guso na se bia wo de mota no guso enya de ese esho ba bia edano se entia ejina straight se bia woni betimi abam ti mo made na be pay cha kwase bia yebetimi ane kama etimi na mam ye fabrication sasa na reinforcement wo ba yebetimi aye ana feso bridge mi na peso sia ne nyina be hu yebetimi asa sini kama etimi na mam wo se se wo ye pillars ahodo ana sempo ayon ro so no se enchechire ne kama kama emfama ne nyina oba ebetimi ane kama etimi na mam na wasemi nkanche ose sakofa unisex ultramodern salon yaba emfa no etre style pe oba yebetimi ayi ama ho fa etimi ade di kama say head I been apeso ye emfa no color pe oba ebetimi ayem say sporty ways no ba yebetimi ane kama etimi na mam ana sempo say dreadlocks no oba ebetimi aye ama ho fa etimi ade di wasemi nkanche so behu ye awbrekum domakwan so he ponja shrope ye wo filling station cho do am sabetimi akan aya frefre no afre 0246 416662 and 0208 070165 over ebetimi ajo so modi we heba kra na ekasa nkanjo zebra oba na kuma bi yade ne to ase enko na sa babiem yakofa fidie na ayese players no yede your medical answer etimi asam no yakofa bi e de aba ento odi ba yede tara wakoma hwe na de afa ahone ahwe sampa yade we ene ho eno achi ewie pe na nodo no yetimi e de amam wase yade be se gonorrhea sepsis sasra chlamydia say prostate and say prostate enlargement say typhoid bi and stomach ulcer say general depend diabetes bi na how and simple high blood pressure no oba ebetime to ase kama 8 million mom wase sunya no behu ye e estate ye ne Jokona gas police station no ene di enmhwa brekum oba hu ye e branya kwa Dr. Bosifiewa udom zabetime akan aya frefre no afrem 0543712294 0543712294 ofra ebetime ajo so ne aboa amane mapa no zetima ka bi e de free asem na no ana Graceland hardware aluminium saso ana glass company limited seven kanja zebra oba dance ye no we say e ka bi ne ma bi sta chance de bodan so say ye chana do bi wooden doors iron rods paint na pem say hibaro na panases come say pipe with cement no oba say e ka bi e de free asem seven kanja zebrekum run about in kitomo obe hu ye saso na so so domakwan so Presby storm 1 2 and 3 udon say e kan ana face aluminium shop so ye ne light box come so na die no hwem e brekum run about akesie mo e ya frefre no afre 0245 287809 0208149816 and 0322 492956 ufra ye be jina so saso na Divine Hope Herbal Center for Yakovo Otria Herbal Powder no etimi na bedwa so osisi ene we ya man mema nyina no ayo otria na ana eso kope bi na wonnom say ye kokko bi ana sample high blood pressure bi onya Otria Herbal Powder bi na no ma ebetimi abo waye mrampam ana sample infections bi na isi atesi so a ba wada na kope bi na no ebetimi abo say watinka na kwese kire ana stroke bi ene how ayo Otria Herbal Powder say ulcer ana sample menstrual disorders no woda onya Otria Herbal Powder bi na so no ma ebetimi abo wasemi nkancha wo se de obeye ni mana yesembu musana emmeye na usuno bomodia otobia na afre doctor betra wade ayi so de befra unuma ebebeye se de bia ho betimi ato kama na wasemi nkancha se brekum obenye biato ewo Climate Herbal Center obenye biosaso and newborn chemicals udu obenye do so poni nyina to saso and former champion so abrosamiensa do na zentimi enkabie rechisaya one brekum go city park no ene di enhwe obenye biato na nado eto no kube empatase jansho do na kwajibi saso na supreme heba e brekum main station obedu on sekwa station betimi ancho feso na zentimi akabisa so and BBF Pragarada no bomode na kwajibi una no ejina no na otimi ancho de friend no 0248 584687 and 0243 818885 ofra ye be jo suni abo kama aseda enterprise osemi nkante zebra sell pemilu say ya mo 50 kg 25 kg 5 kg no obenye bisamina na pem wasemi nkante say washing powder bi e bit say omo na say ukra na say crafts ato no benye bi ato eno say edan chen say ye wasemi nkante say after wash no oba won say ekabi all types na feti tomatoes na pe say ye macro na say da pesa udom say petition na say mpo wasemi nkante say tea rose oba won say ekabi energy drinks wasebra say ye sort one no bomada na bra na bejibi say never be say biscuit na pe ana say two face two brush no ye betimi anjo face amon say timakabi wasemi nkante say obehu ye awo yawda dwomom ye ne dwamo no wasi no ene say edi enmetwem saso na na so obehu ye awo sena say ye wo Backside Bank le chope wasemi nkante say afrefre no afrem 0245 611057 0245 611057 fresi na ye nyu so Dawood Herbal Center for Yakofa Dawood ointment etimi na bedwa so waposo ne yam say satabro bi ne ha na say pompo bi na bono kono kope bi na fa bi fa so betimi aso no ama ho an to na timi aba sanso ana Dawood 360 capsules no say wosisi ene ya awona apebi onye bi a ebetimi abo wasiri nkante say Dawood Herbal Hospital no oba ya Dawood opi ene yesa ebiti say typhoid ulcer blood pressure no also say diabetes bi anasempo gonorrhea sepsis ni nyina oba ebetimi to ase kama 8 na mam wasiri nkante so behu ye awajuso krapa kan be bia na Metro FM no uduam sabetimi akan e ya frefra no afrem 0244 886437 ana 0301681717 wasemi kanche no ope bi ato e obrekum newborn chemicals obenya bi awo sasana rechiza obenya bi Krameta ba center obenya bi antako se sena so obenya bi sasana Genak pharmacy udu zeka bi ana fe supreme haba so bomodia na du asempo zabetima ka bi na ode akosa won ya de sere bi ahonde no ebetimi abeya odia na no ana rich barbering shop sami kanche zebra a test type bi pe bi oba ebetimi ayi ni kama ama ho fa timi adedi say ya 3 steps ana sample California high cut no oba ebetimi achiro wasemi nkancha say dreadlocks oba ebetimi achiro head aso na pesa ya oba ebetimi ane kama etimi na mam wasem penefo na manyinyini no ana fese nkora na ya wo ma fe na se omokonye 1 year no oba eye free obehu ye e obrekum zongo ya ben mosco no opa wasemi nkancha say ya ne seto motos na wadan krom na e afrefra no afrem 0593 6621 35 ana sample 0536 544526 ofra ebetimi ajonso na bona eba na obey no eno ana gosway aluminium saso ana grassworks semen kanja zebra grasses so wadjuma na eye yensare nyume efe yenim boso da fom wasemen kanja say yasade windows bi oba ebetimi atwa ne kama etim na mam say tinta glasses bi anasa hindos na pe say property bi na pe bi de koso asoro dem oba yebetimi ane kama etim na mam wasemen kanja say windows na pe say banks anasa mpo offices no ba yebetimi ane kama etim na mam ana face so salon bi ho yembe decorator anasa mpo yemenya glass table bi emfenso a oba yebetimi ane kama etim na mam wasemen kanja say niam aye papa ne bone say edafam Ghana ba bibia wo bia so pa bia no ba de ba beja o free wasemen kanja say POP cement ro akofa bi ede aba opa bi ato akoye odwuma anase opa bi etu akoto no oba uzabetima ka bi ede free aso yem Monday to Saturday ene ye adwuma obehu ye e obrekum patapọ kwansom boso mo ope obedu no ne sambo ne so ayi se betima ajo first ama ne ma no usetima ka bi obetimi afro na nabwache na wajo first see you I was 0543 085487 anase 0205 8882 07 fra ye bejo so ne abo ama ne mapa no setimi akabi omanyina eka me na no pay wote nkasa akodiem sɛm no ye de eda amana ne sɛm no ye kofa ede abra na no akidi akabia no yetimi ato aso
Yeramuna Yadimukonko Farmer so Honsama Yansaka no and Yadibasomo our Akwaaba Sports Arena so na uko Facebook a show no air live for ho aye Akwaaba Radio Brekum and answer Akwaaba FM on Facebook no okwa na wa like show no o like we na wa drop comment na fe wa mi share no so afa de ate anisa uramu our TikTok no so a show no air live for ho aye Akwaaba Radio and answer Akwaaba 98.1 FM and online radio no Akwaaba 98.1 man tuning and Instagram press to ho nyina ukwabenya show no ahwe ho no na afi wanya pictures and videos ni bi na before say be performance no yade aseda abema nwuma kwa na no pai wo mu ekwa yase a yade mu aircom na Happy Ventures and Barbering Shop say ubeyuti ama ho ayefa odi wadi eche Continental alawa kwan no so ufi Porters Launch aircom CSC Junction na so a wo mu awan finfini wo mu ne hairdressers bi mu awo ho a wo mu abu adwuma e ma 3 star bia peso yi no uko Happy Ventures and Barbering Shop a obeyu kama pa e me ma no muti style ni bi at 3 steps half currency Rod Rich and Asa Rasta and apeso utwa ase a ni nyina no Happy Ventures say wo ba boa na afei where you tini kama pa waso open die kala bia benya bi e ho afei wose we bia wo Barbering Shop ni bi o machines na odi tire no anona atro enti ope babia obeyi obakwa akwose ano na first nya bo adwuma bie wa wose ode ba hod ma o machines na ye de sim machines ano no afa bi bia fa Barbering Shop ho no Barbering Shop items eba na Robin Akwaaba benya bi e ho no aso kwayi uti e ho ma ya de environment ne ya kama yie pa ubenya life matches ahwem e bia utibi enko na adwuma mu ope so oba fie ebeyi uti a we run door to door services ope Happy Ventures and Barbering Saloon e was 0545 791 488 yes 0545 791 488 and answer 0509 027 223 and number yani happy venture setting come our so after Mike Ventures akwa for IA se kan aba se anu ane ya mamo ane ya papa mu akuafo no omo adi aye adwuma enti se ye kuani na o pese kan ya beboa ama adwuma na wo ye no nso akwa animu a eye Mike Ventures IA se kan no na ngwasefo no akwafa bi abagu mu aso ye ananse na so ye a wo we adi mu se mu baba na foma beji bi adi atwitwa enam no na ose ebia o paso asoso ananse asoso afi wo pebo aye se kan so toothbrush toothpaste apawo do torchlight and a radio and a open mu ya adwumakuo mu pese ye ki woda emamua ni nyina no Mike Venture sebeye ebia wedding bi aircost engagement aye program bi aircost mu pese ye ho ki woda ni nyina no Mike Venture sese obeye ama kama pa ebi nso a onso open doors papa ebi ti say China doors, Italian doors, Turkish doors, any German doors no ni nyina no Mike Ventures they say about my bednya bi ewa boafo kwan so o brekuma mpatasia kwan so kwan na a linki Eco Pieters the market ufi Golden City Park wa ubu kef na unsebenkum so ho a wo ye adwuma kutre number 2 so no branch ni bi ewa junction na kwan ne ba kokon patapona ba ko eko nama sia se kwa enti emfre Mike Ventures so 020 8259314 na say 055 440 8200 no number yani Mike Ventures setting so Fosu and Fosia Company Limited and so say again we are some dear about my only problem Upemanzonia Redwood Akata Cyber Supply Farm Wawa Odum Chanchan Ania Sanfana Anubi and Opa Nina nom Diate Anasa Okonma Ubenyabi Upe size bit said 2x2 2x4 2x6 1x12 and no air fisher board Upe T&J and we are type Nibia Nina nom Diate Anis Fosu and Fosia Company Limited Ebenya P amount Silin patents no abusu aho mu amupa bi atu akwakoto no ukon ma ubenye bi aboafo kwan so na fensu mpanfo anu ebeye nhyehyeye wo mu wala wakwan so wotra Akwaaba radio eko anim kakra bi a Presby wo bu new offices no masini no opposite kwana yagusu kota no odi afaso eko anim uku anim kakra bi a Akwaaba lodge ewo ho a wo mu ebo adwuma na Akwaaba lodge achi ana fosu company limited ewo ebi nso ana motorwest kwan so wo se empire emfa ba bia uko anim kakra bia what yasem obeto fosu ya company limited ho so mu ebo adwuma obetimi afrem pan for 025 738 9828 na Akwaaba lodge make us wo machimum ana fosu ya company limited no nso no oya ho na waba kradwam opeba bia beta am wasum adwo na niema akosue amawa ho ana wo so de wani eche da bia me kacha mo se rooms no emu efe emu akono security air tight ho ana omo special car park restaurant ewo inside gym center eshemu supermarket eka ho ukoba wanso ensa no de anu eden ane de anu nya de no ubenya bi ewo Akwaaba lodge omo special floors ewo ye wedding engagement ubetimi ade ayesa program no entie nyina yemfre ewo 0541 191511 anasa 020 8393 108 anu number yane Akwaaba lodge mpanfo edin kama ewo so Siwoma limited enso akofa dance woniema papa ne bo efo abegu kradua mu ebi ti se China doors wooden doors iron rods woodro pen wheelbarrow square mesh pipe post main plywood modern design plywood upe sticker ceiling buttons roofing sheet tape measure na section paper shovel pickers head pan level and in the chest on ni nyina ne Siwoma limited the same oba na so ya ubenya bi ho na ose memfanto contractor for mason for carpenter any weather for anim se moniema na mo pa bi ade aye adwuma no wakofa bi abegu na soye o brekum wadi eche continental before se obedu post office abronsam yansan se ni upsitting so no abronsan and transport ewobu no o branch ni bi ho a wo mo ebo adwuma ye first woman limited 020 813 1877 024 337 850 with one phones and accessory center and so phone na assign about repair amount upe phone accessories upe screen protector memory card headphone power bank bluetooth speaker phone covers ring light pen drive computer mouse game pad upe phone rice cooker iron and asa blender and ato who be with you na assign so o de ko about repair amount o brekum total tunchemu kwan na linki Eco Pieters the market and asa anti agi maternity woman sa kwan na so and with one ewo yemfre with one ɛwɔ 024-934-0484 anaasɛ 020-585-5229 ɛno ɛyɛ number yɛne with one 18 nkɔmmɔ ɛwɔ so wei ɛne nnwuma kɔ bi mu ɛte sɛ Adford Frozen Foods, Adeshia Kitchen, afei Everlasting Joy Roofing Services, ɛna afei nso no Urama Perfect Finishing wɔn mu nyinaa ɛka ho bia ɛne anɔpɛ no yɛde mu ɛkɔ nkurɔfoama so maka kyerɛ sɛ Facebook no ɛyɛ Akwaaba Radio Brekum na Kofi yɛnhyɛ nsɛm no ase ɛmfi nkurɔfoama so deɛ ɛnoa UEFA Champions League semi-final second leg games no ɛnoa ɛne yɛbɔ ne nyina awieyɛ na Paris Saint-Germain ɛtena France, the capital town of France ɛno ɛyɛ Paris ɛtena Parc des Princes ɛbɔ Arsenal team no ɛkam yɛno Arsenal form ɛti emu baako on the 29th minute ɛna Fabian Ruiz ɛnya first goal in that game ɛma PSG team no in the second half Vitinha ɛnya penalty boɔ Mars Louis Kelly no ɛma penalty ɛkɔma PSG team no nanso Vitinha ɛsɛ saa penalty no Ashraf Hakimi ɛnya the second goal ɛma PSG on the 72nd minute saa goal no Ousmane Dembele ɛna free bench ɛbɛyɛ assist ɛma no Ashraf Hakimi na Bukayo Saka ɛtie mu baako ɛma game no ɛyɛ 2-1 on the 76th minute 90 minutes ɛba wia no na PSG awini 2-1 in terms of aggregate no ɛkɔyɛ 3-1 a wɔn qualify.
Partey's clearing header, Fabian Ruiz hit it well.
Akwaaba Radio 98.1.
Paris Saint-Germain 1, Arsenal 0. Great strike.
Akwaaba Radio
Ruiz
98.1.
2-0 on aggregate against the run of play so far in the Parc des Princes. But Paris do not care one bit.
Enti ɛno ayɛ deɛ ɛtumi ɛkɔ so ɛdɛ ɛnura na Fabian Ruiz wɔn ɛbɔ first goal in that game ɛma PSG boboko no deɛ ɛteɛ ɛne sɛ aberante no anya ne first ever goal in the Champions League ɛwɔ ne football career mu na saa goal no nso no deɛ ɛteɛ ɛne sɛ utimu sɛ ɛne aberante fene Francesco Asabi ɛdeɛ no nso ɛwɔ some qualities bi a ɛnyɛ easy koraa deɛ ɛteɛ ɛne sɛ asɛ ɛne no korapo ɛsenya akɔ sɛ in terms of the history and a recorder behind these two goals Fabian Ruiz and Francesco Asabi Gua nanu washe eti abasa team no but before say abako sansam so no ma me fama mo say anya dia se oramu ewo European top 5 league centers na player bi anya more goals contributions in 2025 as in Ousmane Dembele because of assist and no we ye ntino de tie ani say 2025 ni no abrant no asha 25 goals anya 6 assists eno 31 goals contributions enya is a cross so watimi aboa amani team PSG qualify the finals of UEFA Champions League na enra Arsenal team no performance match as a game no emu de nanso arawosam and so Arsenal team no kofia nanso mafiri mu Arsenal enya 20 shot against PSG enra eno the most and away team and so abo de PSG our party prince our this season in all competitions mu na amemfa match for sa 20 shot Arsenal for Ebueno emu ba kopɛ and etimi eye go a enura Bukayo Saka and a shot sa goal no enso ema Arsenal team no no mo bo shot ni nyina na Abrante fini Joali Gitararuma enso eye saves enura nko a Abrante fini Donnarumma eye 8 saves utimu se na ano dinye papa across the second leg and the first leg match against Arsenal no eye 8 different shots and Abrante save ya say they can we say one of the best goalkeepers ya dia branch fini Joali Gitararuma goalkeeper ama PSG no ebeka ho na dia ti anensem uramu our knockout stage of the UEFA Champions League say PSG atwaso e dia babedu final na wonu Joali Gitararuma yes 20 crucial saves across the knockout stage of the Champions League enti enwa womu ebo game ni we ya womu jubilate no wakwa stance room adini gloves no Ekwache, one of PSG supporters after sa massive performance or Denadino, what the gloves no Ekwama PSG supporter back on na Bukayo Saka Gwen no share no Kofi Diatia NSM way any 10th goal in the Champions League. Bukayo Saka ababe the second quickest English player to play 18 games. Now friends no wonya start 10 goals no Harry Kane about 12 matches no wonya 10 goals no abasuba de ne wasuru yie pa na nsunkukuo ana eko amuomo Martin Odegaard and as say Joligi Donnarumma wo bonabaso was inside the penalty box no ultimu say yes Joligi Donnarumma a lot of saves abranchana wo bonabaso because what can be and ama Arsenal for every no san Kenya saves na ka Arsenal ebian ka say wamu and ekobo finals of UEFA Champions League.
All out there and did all you could tonight.
Yeah, we gave it a proper go. I think we started the game really well. We're on the front foot, had the momentum, had a few big moments, big chances. But yeah, in the end, wasn't enough. I think between the boxes we did really well, and then inside the boxes, over the 2 games, we weren't good enough. And yeah, credit to their goalkeeper as well, who made some amazing saves. But yeah, it wasn't enough, and that's painful.
Ultimately, what was the difference between you both over the 2 legs, do you think?
I think in the boxes, especially today, what we did with the ball between the boxes, how we dominated, how we took the control of the game from the start, and we created some big moments. But yeah, we weren't strong enough and sharp enough in front of the goals, and I think that's where we lost it.
Ano sama captain Ojinamu Emma Arsenal team no Martin Odegaard wade eto dwana abronte funa Ashraf Hakimi wano abo second goal Emma PSG no wanye 21 goals contributions this season in all competitions with 45 matches and 45 matches as a defender wanye 21 goals contributions eno Ashraf Hakimi eno animodimo enso emerited the player of the match award wano anaje man of the match award. No, we are wedding, come on, and was what near Sembi Obeka, what person enjoy the moment. Womu PSG phone a woman, so more co-finer, Nania Giepa, what bought Team PSG, oh yeah, Juma and woman, what bought Mabato.
Congratulations, PSG through to a Champions League final. Do you have the words?
I don't have any words. I think I just enjoying this moment. We are really happy for what we make to arrive in the final. I think we deserve after hard work since we started the season. So now is moment to enjoy and keep working to bring this trophy to Paris back.
It's the one that has eluded Paris Saint-Germain, this Champions League. For you guys to be the ones to bring it home, what would that mean?
That want to be like a dream come true. It's something that we've been working. I think me 4 years right now since I come to Paris is something that I have in mind. Also, I think our fans, our support, since they follow this club, I think they want that this trophy for the first time come in Paris. So we're gonna work in that. We are really good in a good way, and we have to continue and work hard to the last game.
Ano aye Ashraf Hakimi player of the match and yatene kano na no legends bebre na no mo ewa party prince no mo ere game ni bi de ate ani se Javier Pastore Luis Figo mo and first do Thierry Henry mu nyina ekọ na Arsenal wo mo former manager papa ni din ene Alex Ferguson akansem anasem Arsene Wenger akansem edi afam Arsenal team no na eno legends no Alex Ferguson kropo no honum bi na Arsenal legend ani din and Martin Keown and was a Mikel Arteta enyane tates right against PSG in their second leg. Now so ade ba ko ene se players won be bobbo no ade atuntina mu no and na ye den ade ama Arsenal team. Arsenal former player Martin Keown.
I was calling for that. I'd seen a lot of the footage. I think the first 20 minutes in the first tie, they gave us a bit of a lesson, and he learned from that tonight. He made sure he pressed really high. Declan Rice being able to do that in midfield. Partey was giving that assurance, although it was a part of the goal that we conceded. Of course, the ball was headed back into an area where they punished us. But all in all, I think the tactics were perfect. Again, you saw the manager learning from the first game. It was just in that final third where you needed a box in the box, somebody who was going to really hurt them. And there were times when You know, when they were counter-attacking us, they had real pace, but we didn't have the same weapons to hurt them with, and I think that's where the change will come. Big recruitment will come in the summer.
Yes, Arsenal team no top players on bet me abua bogo sade ama guamo enti eno aya Martin Keown and sama wade etodwa Mikel Arteta aya manager Emma Arsenal team no na after defeat no and was say wabo PSG abaso so matimi qualify the finals of UEFA Champions League na ose obi a waboa wamo obi a was save wamo no goalkeeper João Donnarumma only there to him both first leg and the second leg on a man of the match. And of course, in the first leg, and a man of the match. Now, so Enua, Ashraf Hakimi, and a man of the match. Coach Mikel Arteta said, João Donnarumma, one on save PSG team.
The challenge was always going to be tough tonight when you throw in Donnarumma making more brilliant saves. It proved too much. Can I have your thoughts on the game?
Well, first of all, congratulate PSG for being in the final. And then I think you just described not a game but the tie. I think they have 2 times the same man of the match, which was the keeper, and that tells the story of the tie. I'm so proud of the team. I think what we've done tonight here against this team, in the conditions that we have, the squad is unbelievable. But at the same time, I'm frustrated, I'm sad, I'm upset because I wanted to be in that final, and today I think we showed that we have more than enough to be there, even in the way that we are at the moment.
Arsenal team no not this season the only trophy na ka no mo challenge and so the Champions League na Mikel Arteta esan edin komo eboni team na baso say ye kan team a wa ya de Champions League this season upon say we ba lose to PSG ni nyina chi a Arsenal team no we so believe we say Arsenal the best team in the Champions League despite losing to PSG.
Are you happy, or have you seen enough progress with your team this season?
100%. I don't think there's been a better team in the competition so far, what I've seen. But we are out tonight. We deserve much more, I think, in both games. But this competition is about the boxes, and in the boxes there are normally the strikers most of the time and a goalkeeper, and he was the best player in both games.
Ultimately, what do you want to do over the summer to make changes or add to get further?
I'm so proud of the boys, and what they deserve a lot of credit for what they're doing in the context and the situation, and with the amount of injuries. We have arrived here probably in the worst state that you can arrive as a team. You have to get here with everybody fit, available, with a lot of minutes, with rest, like they had a week. We come here in a completely different context and still do that. So that gives me a lot of positivity for the future. But tonight I'm very upset.
And Mikel, thank you for talking to us anyway.
I know I am Mikel Arteta manager Emma Arsenal Bobo Kono and Sama Wade Etodwa na Kofi Arsenal team no this season wama finish without winning a major trophy for a 5th year in a row. Na just wama 5 years wamonje trophy na the only trophy sena na me kana aka e womani no a Champions League into Arsenal esia ko trophyless na nipa ba ko wo huru Arsenal Bobo Kono a former Manchester United and former PSG Juventus defender Patrice Evra say Arsenal Bobo Kono aso obi Netflix no was Netflix chase anytime bia no wo mu pishu kwa ni mu say next one ewo ho season bia 1 and answer season 2 eba enti Arsenal team ni dem da bia wo twen for next year.
Arsenal is watching Netflix, you know. You always wait for the next season. And trust me, every season is going to be like that. So don't even get involved, Joe. You know, I'm like really nice, peaceful. Of course, you know, United right now is a disaster. But please don't speak about Arsenal because now you're going to cry what? For the referee? Come on.
Ano aye me Patrice Evra sama wade etodwa na kwafi wo chirechire mu asa Arsenal de ane de ya dodo de ntia ya ne se Arsenal anytime bia no homo ko no mo kwakoduru cap no kakakra bi amomage cap no no mo afirimu ebiti se FA Cup ebiti se Premier League omutimi ben wo sa wo mo ba be soma na chase ya tam de afiro mu nsam sanso na Champions League no this season aye no se Arsenal wo musuma na se wo mo modi mo ewo world football mu na kwakoye te se de ebia one o yere elder anasa one o girlfriend elder na de na yo da ase o ba be release what asem o ba be jam na nya wanya dede ewo mu no na chese obi firi nkyɛn no ba be som kukwe what ase o se ba de sa eya papa wo de mema nyina wo pa ye misa wo hyimu ye misa kofita go ne ye misa wo se mu ne baba Sadek mo se wo ye bema na se bia wo ye adwuma agene mu ayede wo kona oba na duru ba bia se wo ba be release ya ba be jamu a na obi kura wo bema bu wachire o se ba ne sa eya papa.
I feel sorry for Arsenal. I think people are being really hard on them. I love Arteta anyways. Michael is a good friend. I think people have no problem with the actually Arsenal player. People have a problem with their fans. They believe on anything. I even say I'm not sure I will do a business with Arsenal fan, because they will promise you a lot of things, but it will never share. We talk about the Netflix, and now I think Netflix season 21 is on its way. I think they start recording, but it's you guys, and it's a banter because people say, oh, I'm anti-Gunners. I love Arsenal, and first of all, you can't hate your babies. It's impossible to hate your babies. But I think I understand. An example is like, imagine you have a good time with your wife, with your girlfriend or your fiancé, whatever, and you enjoy it, you enjoy it. Ooh la la. And the moment you are about, to put some seed, someone grab your juju. It's really painful, and you get really frustrated. Because you want to put the seed to have a Premier League baby, but at the end, or Champions League, but it's always the same story. So I'm sorry. It's not like I'm trying to create the buzz with you guys, but I love you, and let's get ready for the next season. And I hope for you, United or Tottenham or Chelsea doesn't win a trophy this year, because this is gonna be terrible. I love this kid.
Ano aya Patricia Vrana Kofi Wakakosi se uramu ewo Premier League ma Tottenham betimi age trophy amana yeye, Man U betimi age trophy amana yeye, Man City betimi age trophy amana yeye, Chelsea ana afenso no Liverpool di omanwenu amode dada ye kan Arsenal ohwehwe obo ba bia uhu wo mo na de ate anisa winning coach Luis Enrique manager oginamu ama PSG boboko no. First leg were winning 1-0, second leg were winning 2-1, and 3-1 aggregate ama se no ni team PSG are qualify the finals of UEFA Champions League. No, and was omu deserve to be in the final. Na omu a great team. Omu ashe 2 goals and Arsenal and so ashe bako na ose we daeswa ababu amani sempono Akwaaba final. No winning trophies. I'm a PSG team no.
Agree at all. I think they played in a clever way today.
Akwaaba Radio 98.1.
Get the match to the right moment for them, because they play in the way they want and they love to play. But I think in the 2 legs we score more goals than them, and in football is the most important thing. But I have to say, Arsenal, they did it great. They played a great match, and we suffered a lot. I think it's the match that we suffer the most, sorry, and I think we deserve to get the final. They are a great team as well, but I repeat, we scored more goals and we played in a great way the first leg, and the second half it was a different match, and we could score even more goals.
No, Luis Enrique manager Jinamu PSG Boboko na this season what the Premier League teams no any year papa Obekaya wane Man City, Asia was Manchester City, was Liverpool, was Aston Villa, and was Arsenal. And Pep Guardiola aje, Ancelotti aje, afe Unai Emery enemy kala teto mwaje na amu road to the finals of UEFA Champions League no sane maka no group stages wamu ahye Manchester City and wamu yi Liverpool efiri mu round 16 stage quarter finals wamu yi Aston Villa and semi final wamu ayi Arsenal bobo kono na enye easy kwakwa mame mfama tie force say Luis Enrique ni team ni this season wamu win French Super Cup against AS Monaco wamu win League 1 no wamu Kobo Champions League final against Inter Coupe de France and so wamu final game ebo etia bobo kwa no Stade de Rome wamu FIFA Club World Cup so bo semi final na ade ba ko de ene se waje anase one winning game na ade chia your birthday ene Luis Enrique manager MPH no ni birthday wadi 55 years Luis Enrique Martinez Garcia ya won May 1970 and 55 years for Fijian Spain abonten so ni managerial career no 2011 every 2008 ekosi 2011 no Barcelona B wa adwuma amuamo 2011-2012 for Roma and face Celta Vigo ko bo adwuma amuamo 2013-2014 and oba back to Barca senior team no 2014 to 2017 Spanish national team wo coach amo from 2018 to 2022 enye izekwa ana PSG 2 years in here waba 2023 enti enwa onu Luis Enrique woni PSG players no and supporters no ejubility e wo Parc des Princes. I know Luis Enrique and any players in collaboration with supporters from Mujinamu Emma PRG na yekano yan Shannon so Champions League player of the week nominees no Yan Sama goalkeeper Emma Inter Milan and Ashraf Hakimi ono enso right back Emma PRG Bobo kono enwa wonu energy player of the match into Champions League player of the week they tell and he said these two players and here we are the musie be ye bubako say Paris Saint-Germain are through to the 2025 UEFA Champions League final. And no, Ana Luis Enrique say, hey, a very tough game against Inter Milan and a very interesting match. No, I say a very difficult for both sides. Luis Enrique, manager, Emma PSG.
Inter Milan in the final. Did you watch the game last night and can you win this?
Yeah, it's going to be tough, but I think they have the same feeling. I think it's going to be an interesting final, very difficult for both teams, but yeah, that's a moment, a special moment for all of us, for them also, and I think they are getting the second final in the last 3 years, which means that they are a great team, but we have time to analyze Inter in deep. Now it's time to celebrate, to try to enjoy, and to have some rest.
I know Luis Enrique manager Jinamu MPG wade etu dwa na Ashraf Hakimi Shane former club and was Inter a great team. We saw that last Wednesday. No Wednesday which is last Tuesday. No say it will be a special match for me. And no a brand for Ashraf Hakimi wade etu dwa na ade ba kwa say no ase din e de Ama Madrid team ni sempo no omo ebe support PSG ama mo akwa kwahye Inter Kylian Mbappe last summer and no free PSG say wontimi nje Champions League wontimi nje Ballon d'Or enti Akwa Madrid na fe wo akwa adwuma e de abo no wage Champions League no ato so akwa Ballon d'Or kofi quarter finals na Arsenal nura wo mu PSG ni former club eyu omo no Arsenal for eyu omo efrim our quarter final na say PSV and Oven wo mu former player any Denzel Dumfries Nano enkunimdi obunya ni Tuesday against Barcelona no and a PSV for a Sunday message Abra Brighton say we are proud of him. Now with Sabri na nano Inter enya against Bobo Kwa no Barcelona no abua ama within 24 hours enkrofono anya chase 24 womu anya 1 million new followers. Initially, na wamu ewo chase followers no already ne ekro omo a na ewo fam ye papa enkrofo say so ma pajamu e de kwa nimu a enye easy kranti uba Facebook no so a ubehu say so manya increment of followers no first no mu ewo 13.1 million say akọ 14.1 million after omo winner wamu enya ye etia Barcelona na Francisco Asabi ono abua enya equalizer ema game eye 3-3 a travel akọ extra time na one say ana ye first goal our Champions League mu enu anso no Fabian Ruiz wanu ebo first goal no enso enya ne first goal in the Champions League enu ana enye isekra enu ana Simeone Inzaghi say wan kan kire Francesco Asabi say won ko animu ho enkonko she goal na abrante na de na adwen enso ekoye na okono so no obi enu aka cha ne say one drop emra kire because na aka final minute na emeya upon game no wonu Simeone Inzaghi adwuma wo yenti no ama say mpan form da Inter no ama adwen so be man contract extension until June 2027 with salary increment say Inter for no womu ana LED the race to sign lead Metropole and Canadian striker Jonathan David Napoli Juventus munyina epe abrante no na Kofi unim say enra president Emma Barcelona team no Joan Laporta echa say womu perform better say be yan kombe communique akakoba final nanso enyama ba ko ani mienu bi ntino and wa amwo an qualify an ko final na ode subuodi nyina ebebo referee Simon Masiniak was say referee no decisions will take it there against womu Barca for no e kan bi enamo and final eno na have the towers onu La Liga president say clubs ebetimi complain to say the Barca for complain ya na eno no kwa pon once or twice a year now so Madrid for there every week bia womu complain about referees na Madrid bobo kono and yes one branch for Rodrigo no every Brazil na and in the position our starting 11 mu no access say we ya lusu na ni future our Madrid mpono ebegina Xabi Alonso the new manager no they mate any Man City first wo munya boy na mope na Liverpool branch for Ibrahima Konate Liverpool for say Madrid for I already say omo epe branch na omo 400 million euros emra na so ya say Madrid for say there be womu ntimi ntwa 100 million euros no entombe monitor the situation with Liverpool no ma monitor William Saliba and so situation with Arsenal these two French center backs no womu say in 2026 2027 wombetimi anwuomo as free agent na fe womu ababe ye adwuma ede amo womu eno kakra e free Madrid womu aswa eba and anopa ye DM tie for Barcelona for so consider some be call in for Chelsea captain Reece James no mo so ready to pay 25 million pounds. Unim say ene Chelsea bobo kono ejina kono in the Europa Conference League 7 p.m. Wamu ane Jugarden from Sweden and Akwaaba na first leg course our Sweden no Chelsea winning for 130 say Chelsea Akwaaba finals of the Europa Conference League. Fiorentina and so na Italy. No mo ane Rebetis Akwaaba 7 p.m. The first leg no a 2-1 Emma Rebetis and at the ane sem urana no muswa and then you may second leg game Sabakaso Bodo Glim to Wamu and Tottenham in the airball 3-1 aggregate for Tottenham because of the first leg winner. Wemu enya na Kofudia Bodo Glim for Wamu Stadium Momudi face Tottenham and then and I say game a host to this particular game and I say stadium a host to this particular game no Bodo Glim for no yes Wamu Stadium no for 8,270 spectators and to Brekum Golden City Park in Pono efa nipa be 3 times more than stadium ene eba be host who sa game no na Golden City Park fa be sen Golden City Park na Kofi nipa be gina nchen
ye ka city
na Kofi ya kan nipa be gina nchen share Golden City Park Kofi betime Golden City Park betime for 15,000
na say so muso ngomo gina say ngomo so be fabro sa
Kofi so mo dia numbers e ko stadium o ba ye no na mi bisa o Kofi mi bisa o Golden City Park wo hom me say Golden City Park nipa ewura mu nyina na ekotena city ana
na me say
ha mi bisa o
sani enka city
na mu twade ani enka mo bu ya fa so pa o because to dem wa mutimi tom ane bro so kotoko ne hase ba mo tom ane bro so o dem me enko emedane no atie for Tottenham Hotspur brand Tiffany James Maddison anya injury for the rest of the season and ya dey so betimi asia kan ama Tottenham Hotspur no na Ange Postecoglou a confirm sa brand entimi emobi ene United team no wo mu ane bebao ebebo 7 p.m. first leg na kwaya 3-0 Old Trafford Daniel Sibie kwakwe center referee 3-4-2-1 formation and a Ruben Amorim airball Onana goalkeeper na Samuel Rai Harry Maguire Lenny Yoro Amad Diallo Manuel Ugarte Casemiro Patrick Dogu Alejandro Garnacho Bruno Fernandes and Rasmus Hojland Kofi everlasting joy roofing services as in chance be a wo pedi about down so self lock IBR Euro Towers Alozeng ope rain gutters anansa ope all roofing accessories everlasting joy roofing services one mo say ope paint what you said ya painti unchanse na ewe na de chene na ombe painti amanti roofing paint no mo ye wonso wadi kia board dan so eliki no wo mo ebe fele ni nyina ma kama pa na fe edan na enyunu no eto atwa ebi so apeso board dan so nanso sikasem aye problem only everlasting joy roofing services 18 sawo so mo brekum Pentecost kwan so junction na efri anasem ye wada dwom kwan na ekopie mu ewo Pentecost asoda ne ho no wo mo ni service station na eye opposite anaso mo Benjuben pharmacy ye from our 0596 877-505 and unique kitchen so same sa opa duane papa wache and afenso no opa fried no aye plain rice any stew and kwine kofi die ni bidie na no oji ye no ebi wo ho and de tie ane se opa emo ane salad ampesie bayira na se body asonson ane nkontomre abomuam eye unique kitchen and I make come for amount. One more breakum Golden City Park. Animuha Coach Lamini Animuhan wo enti yamfre omo I was 0244 875365. Perfect finishing SCPOP installation no on be ni nyina kama amana no so aboama bia atimi akosu ye. One more say oh here omo chakwa mo okay down so hardware I was Snazzy station yamfre perfect finishing I was 05919346 eno aye nyumaku a wo mo eboye ene anopai
yera sebona na atene gazamena ni nsem wadi esi na kofanchemu no ebro abrai se hu se etena se na odi ya shase owia na yakọ oshino oshin wie pe na de aka na timi ato aso kama 8 media ha Akwaaba radio 98 padai uze obeyeka uze Sabi bia boko.
Bia boko bia me yo sa bende. Yeah.
Set no sini trans ndi. Ompejeri.
Techniques. Say radio no munim say no wada ya cause we inside no. Ya kasa tu o. Ya tidi ya ni nyina kasa wa sa ya no. Ya kasa ala ngwa.
Sanet.
Say bia ya kama de.
Ya
da so.
Za no ngofo no so.
Wa sa say rom ga do me show mutu ayo.
2-1.
Show mutu an kusu.
Yo. Ma yento muda.
Komo. Ma nche obi o tie program no. Ade. E wo bigi mo fast food.
Yeah, yenta.
Ade ne fada chu.
Fada chu.
Bana ade ne ton you know.
Ye fana.
Sa wa wo.
Sa.
Owo ye na na de fada chu ama no. Hey, you. Mo ko jame. Kofi mi zero na hwan ba. Okay. Yanku ya ni me.
98.1.
Be nyame ne hwini. Anyo na hwini ba. David. Hanu pem sare o mama wan city kra. Nipa ne hwini pa. Kofi ta wo. Media grass sports no amanfo be bu mi asana.
Do the yonko enim.
PNG fans no. Omo deserve say omo ani je the way omo ani eche no. Because project na sa ekalafi. Any Qatar Sports Investment Group no. Omo try so omo the PSG be ye no. Omo ultimate priority. But I tuturo ni de hin omo pa. Champions League. And after missing out the first one, omo na nwene say it could be this early. I remember their pain when they lost. And I remember exactly the thing that I said when they lost to Bayern Munich. And Oman dan jene se beba so early. So mbetimi akwa another final. Again, this year a very special year for Paris Saint-Germain. Why? Because league in there, they've been winning it, isn't it? Okay. Omoje French Super Cup against Monaco before the start of the season. First trophy. Omoje League, second trophy. They are in the finals of the French Cup. Omone start the run. Say the who say no so a winnable. Omo finals of the Champions League. So there are only 2 matches away from quadruple. 4 trophies. There are only 2 matches away from the historic treble. Away from winning their first UEFA Champions League. And so how exciting Luis Enrique about this PSG team here this season. Looking at even the materials on the back of Kylian Mbappe free honor. Now this new crop of generation and kwada from defense to attack. Very exciting to watch with great potential. No, we have great future with the club because Obia contract. Starting lineup no. Obia who had a contract apart from Marquinhos. 4 years more. And the Google some more. And to a players, I'm PSG. Now, Kofi, the entire PSG for Nenia Genese. Upon every single thing that is going on, someone the Champions League now, people will never take them serious. What I say? And a very huge step and no more to again. When him say upon all the kind of money that they've spent, could you still believe sometimes you sit and then you say a name about Mbappe baho, Messi baho, Ramos ba, all these players are baho. Kofi Omo ntimi anje Champions League. Still for respective PSG. Omo visit PSG inferior club. Omo a club kete. And to Omo say at least Omo ya one Champions League be to make sure say sa record and never people. I remember Chelsea. Time na Omo nje Champions League no. Omo new team be a press so pe na nkofa kwatan Champions League number. What I say? And then Chelsea is highly respected, highly regarded among the top class. And the PSG for I understand their joy. And this Omo money, they deserve to do that. Now, of course, I'm sure Arsenal back to back.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I'm one day. I know me catch us one message you. In fact, I added 2-1.
Yes.
Into Omo hear me videos ni na Omo here. Now, PSG for no, honestly, I show so Omo is stronger than Arsenal. And me ni Ateta nyadwene. Say, Omo na a better team both legs and ya no kre. PSG were better than them in both legs, arguably. Now fair not to change. Yes, and no, you know was Arsenal started with some Takashi, of course. Over away, one goal aggregate. And you start early trying to make sure say better taker. But look at Donnarumma. Before the game, I talk about heroics of goalkeepers at this stage. So goalkeeper save you. And Donnarumma performance in T. And Crawford will compare on the and so Juma or Yediti Alami Yamamo. Telling you because sir all the guys short now or chain no. Then short to Kitwa. Again, all the other says Bobina placement now or ye born a fabano. And the Donnarumma no first like similar thing or take advantage of the high. Again, was a lot of saves. It was not meant to be because at 1-0, sa penalty na ball man Lewis Kelly sano. Who said football na because there are so much details. I say it's one sunya. Arsenal goalkeeper trainer na time on David Raya kasano. Kofi minya madwe yam so obechi no. Menya me hu am video no. Menya single down say ball na be she. Who say let me explain. Vitinha penalty. On my keeper movie na wabo. Into a quick thinker. This or yes, so be for right, can keep any movie. Or Susana gave fast buffer left. Pose or an answer for right. And the Uraya go keep another movie and then destroy a cranny emotion in the decisions and no bon crank pass. Edema keeper not a back pass. No channel. It is because keeper knows all movie pair or born in the opposite direction to a movie. Now, still 3 minutes after that. And a pressure pass, patent man control, a you find an annual Akimi placement panai. And the look, when you look at our trajectory, no, or be a ball, Mabaso, look at the way they qualified. And they English teams in the crowd, Omo Eshe Man City 4-2. A Cameroon qualified from the group stage. Omo de Aston Villa. Omo Aston Villa or Mufie. Omo Liverpool film. Now Omo Arsenal. And the 4 giants. Oh, champion. Premier League now the argument of the Farmers League. Who's Luis Enrique say, we are farmers. But he is trying to shade all the other teams of unrespected PSG, unrespected French League. Say, so unrespected we are in the finals. What I say? And you all the top teams. And this also a Farmers League. What about Mona? You 4 teams every mono. What I say? Now, you know, Kofi still they would need to prove beyond this. The reason why and PSG fans who are France are maybe apart from Marseille, and what's when need J for PSG? They say, the Marseille is the only PSG French club at the Champions League. So the whole of the champion from 1955 BC and Kofi, when himself France if when you until we are the top 5 major leagues in Europe, and they be like top 5 now. If we are to go by Champions League and come on, because Spain, Omukuta 21. Yes, 2 clubs.
Yeah.
Barca 6, Madrid 15. Uko Italia, Omukuta England Omukuta 15. Uko Italia, Omukuta getting to 12. Uko Aya, Portugal Omukuta 6 or 5 because how Benfica kura bebre Porto kura miensa say mienu. Uko Netherlands Omukuta 6. And if you mention there's a PSG, you know, on the Romanian league, in the French league, you know, I'm going to one. And see, I'm here being said about for very respect to Omudi. Now, let me repeat this here. I remember same way, Menya and Kamedasu on my former station, I make Kwako Puli audio number. When PSG failed to win that Champions League, of course, I said, me Champions League, you know, me trying to say, damn chat baby womb. And I said, in the history of the Champions League, Champions League in favor first timers. 95% of Omu Takwa Champions League first time no Omu Lusu final. But 95% of Omu Lusu first Champions League final no Omba Beje the second one. Now I coincide with another record say baby a yabo Champions League, you know, a favor team on Jibida into all the 3 times Ayabo Munich Allianz Stadium hono kofi 1979 na Nottingham Forest in Jibida omo first one was Star Stadium in 1993 na France Marseille on Jibida again na a French team our the same stadium our the same stadium no on Jibida. Now Chelsea in 2012 no on Jibida. New time on put your boat here team over home in Bayern Munich 2012 Chelsea in the first Champions League and this year call for the 4th time net team on Jibida asa ura again share record way confirm him say the name make say Champions League in favor first timers no in the year 1979 Nottingham Forest elusu omo first meba in the year 1958 first AC Milan elusu omo first Champions League final to Real Madrid 1958 1963 after 5 years ombeje omo second Champions League final Ajax Amsterdam in the year 1969 come first Champions League final lusu to Manchester United in 1971 after 3 years second Champions League final Jeffrey Inter again Masaka say Inter one team or the Champions League che be the first timers enti Shannon Swaha again let's say Inter Ajax Amsterdam Jeffrey Inter now Hamburger SV in the year 1980 lusu first Champions League final 3 years down the line, 1983, maintain squad, no, almost second final. Marseille, Maka, in 1991, the record where you, and the Melo for crowd by. No. France, Marseille, Kofudim said, almost first Champions League final, almost second Champions League final in 1993, 2 years down the line, a French team, Tio, against an Italian team. After sending a French team in Marseille, I lose the first Champions League final by the second Champions League final. A club in Milan, in AC Milan. Now has a French team in PSG. I will lose the first Champions League final by the second Champions League final. I will also be facing a club in Italy in the same city, Milan. I want the same stadium in Allianz Munich. I am Marseille do first Champions League final against Italian club. I PSG so come against Italian club. Into all said a story in it, you know. Now, in 2008, Chelsea first Champions League final they lost to Manchester United. But second Champions League final in 2012 they won the same stadium. Now, Man City in their first Champions League final they lost. Remember? But in their subsequent 2023 Champions League final, no, Obaji free team mensem Inter had the Champions League first timers. And one say, what the cause to believe, what the cause to hope. Say bibi betimasi and so amu timije Champions League na Kofi treble na dey bound what I say and a performance no matter na di no enei makaze in the absence of Messi ne Ronaldo no Ballon d'Or no obi a chance say this season so far ya the Salah de ama no ya ble ya de Mbappe de ama na kakra ya bre ya de edu baby omo de ma so Rafinha na right order ne de ama the Mele sisi here because it looks as if say the Mele je treble there. Never quadruple. Ballon d'Or one beko. Good, and he is trending. Now PSG team no, an exciting from me say ESPN for post to Akimi and Nuno Mendes. And I'm say a cheat code. So over gamer, so you cheat code. So we these two fullbacks in one team because the kind of performance at this now Akimi no 21 goals involvement as a fullback this season. And yes, and a man of the match performance. Her Vitinha, Bakola, Desire do Enra. What we say the mele born no pebiabo, but no on fit. But with his absence. Kofi players now can even Bakola as a first now when empty poker no boss no. Still they were able to win. So PSG for Nankasano omo every cause to believe. Me meniaje for Luis Campos, meniaje for Luis Enrique, meniaje for Nasser El Khelaïfi. Now there is the Mbappe politics. Obi antiasie Mbappe the reason why all trendy na almost no. Omo busa Luis Enrique say okay say Mbappe the echo, but the team will be better without Kylian Mbappe. Also, he still stand by what he said when Mbappe was leaving, and then our statistics to prove say PSG, Kofi, or better without Kylian Mbappe. Now people are saying say Mbappe will feel the pain. Of course, we are Madrid fan now. Adia ba ko penti a won pese PSG be Champions League, you know. Say Kylian Mbappe, on no. Okay. 2, say PSG for no so anya. Eba fair chance and Rafinha beje Ballon d'Or no. Nti ano nso no edaha. To your Madrid fans is here a misfeeling. But on the Mbappe bait, there is some politics here. See, Mbappe leave PSG no. Okay, say one of the reasons in Tia offer PSG is with PSG it is extremely difficult to win the Champions League. Obaka say we were Cameroon. Okay, Oba Cameroon no. Obaka say we were enti and on team in the Champions League, no. So, team and you're there or Champions League. Now, Kofi, imagine, say PSG Champions League now. These players are heroes, they will be remembered. In fact, with Mbappe, say, come Champions League now, it will be special than say Mbappe call Real Madrid that Champions League. Yes, a lot of people, including me myself, we believe. So, all Madrid, it will only be a matter of time. Maybe a mubede, but eventually he will win the Champions League. But it will be more special, saying call the PSG. Champions League than say or the Madrid beje and this one would they come up club who say with them in Champions League now omo final politics they will have to throw shades at you and into almost one for money to yes sir and come all time best Paris Saint-Germain for no and Kylian Mbappe in terms of achievement in BB and K1 but Argentina and they omo final no coach you know I can't say good because what can be answered or get him no alcohol and the way he left and a year under review season squad until that is it. Oh no now PSG ya mo maba 98.1
Akwaaba
yenye basa for ye ni na after Barcelona a free Champions League no. Of course the fallout has been the controversies are a PA game no. First of all for everybody to understand of course after Pedri's statement you know one Laporta and any Barcelona TV interview and now omoka so free Champions League also I free but or come obiat so free Champions League because of the referee and you performance enti anopai sport omo no omo trust omo proud of the Barcelona boys no and omo the caption nearby say one Laporta we are out of the Champions League because of referee now after that referee no so the statement yaba say look the comments made by Flick and his players are ridiculous. Or say, what can I say about stupid comments? I didn't hurt anyone. They said the Barcelona from Hansi Flick, say referee to players. Pedri. Now give me the Pedri statement. Or say, it is not the first time this happened to us with this referee. Now the first time referee is necessary. UEFA should look into it. Every 50-50 for them. There are things that I don't understand and which are hard to explain. Now, next we see 50-50 chance in BBR no Kofi. Equality. Now, referee say the one how be a ridiculous. Now, you see my videos thing na and honestly, so free Champions League ma ya. And it's a cause to complain. In as much as we say automatically no What free mo ye de kra what free mo no. You want a wiase nyina to know what led to free mo no. Because see, let's discuss the 50-50 chances. One, media memfa Lautaro Martinez penalty in 50-50 no. Because VAR ne reveal you know. Kofi, it was obvious a penalty. So no na 50-50 a penalty na referee hu ye. 50-50 ne ba ko ye Lamine Yamal atade na. Ase bi so mama ne top form no. Kofi him say if the referee decided say ko be award this penalty no to Barca, Interphone team kase wasisi no. Because or train out the net form. And it's a Barca for any feeling head say Sabo we na penalty or more cause to complain. First point. Secondly, me say said the VAR a reveal penalty na Lautaro Martinez a twa angles ni nyina ba no. If they had done that thoroughly with Mkhitaryan bona or started twa Lamine Yamal we chire ko wura ball num na. Enka ball na penalty. Me say uswe obi atade this is football. Uso obi atade ma na wenja ni mu no dimrika na box nim na uja ni mu na top box nim a penalty. It is how do nine lucky obi. Na wenyi sa ko twa ni wura box nim a penalty. Emfa say start free akire. Gina hwa. Ball na omani abre ho pa no the third goal. In fact, and then the man 2 minutes away for 10 years wait and Barcelona chain. So on betima call final with only 2 minutes remaining. Momentum Yankon. Was that tussle again? Abrante and the Marcus Thuram and Gerard Martin. Kofi and also if VAR revealing it thoroughly. In the absence of VAR, referee betima say well who say normal tackle. But se VAR or na the slow mo said you almost judge every decision now. You realize say Marcus Thuram etia Gerard Martin here and a man to former went to Manco for challenge. So it warrants a foul. And yes, Barcelona for the ice, but a foul. But referee no a prolongé like o procedure and my boy not twice more the koteka. Mewa. And the every cause to complain. That is the reason why they are voicing out vehemently. Okay. But the bottom line is that film now for Europa League. And then Manchester United were match, Tottenham were match. Now when you look at the Europa League fixtures now, first leg, United were winning by 3 goals to 0. Yeah. I was the same stadium and final no beba so. Now a stadium I want Atletico Bilbao 4 ball home. And this enke beba Champions final wo fie. Now wait my brebra could do semi final la. DNT na ultima waiting be show 3-0 wo because you should be inspired by the final. Yeah. Now, it tells you say in the Europa League contest no team and they are stronger as Manchester United. That is the bottom line. But in the Europa League contest team be anya stronger than them. Kofi 8 wins, 5 draws. The only unbeaten team in the Champions League.
Oh, Europa League.
Yes, in the Europa League. Nan so be mo Makwaka Champions League. Mo fan cheme ma no kokotwea. Omo ntimi mo. Kofi. Europa League. Enya no nko a. This is United. Unim say in the history of the Europa League. Say Spanish club. Ebabesha an English club. In all the Europa League matches akofi omasiano extremely difficult because in the last 7 of the previous away visitors Spain teams abano ba akopɛ no marine against an English club. Okay. Now Manchester United kofi unim say when it comes to the Europa League in the last 30 matches mabo lose 1 pay. 30 matches in the Europa League lose 1. And they are strong in the Europa League. This season, almost 31 goals. Wow. In the history of the Europa League, 13 BHM more goals. 2 times per 32 and then 34. Okay. In the United, even are on the verge of breaking the all-time single season Obisha more goals. And you can hate Amorim. Now our motivation, you know, because league, you know, I'm at 16 and I'm at 15, you know. Tottenham here, you are me no more press 15, 16. I'm at Yankee. Kofi. Enti omunim se omwani bre no say Europa League no so no omodi go. Now, sa Europa League in so upon United form. Now no lose Premier League game. Of course, Premier League na a different story. Brentford. Yeah. But see, Atletico Madrid no that form 3-0 now. Omo ehunu na so ombetima ye comeback. Bebao. Omo ehunu na so ombetima ye comeback. Inaki Williams we play our out. Nico Williams Wapira were out. Ohan Sanchez, Wapira were out. Almost all their top players in Kofi are out of this game.
In the United,
3-0 advantage. Bruno Fernandes, Momo say bo of
you.
Now, I likely say I'm not Tottenham about final. Because Kofi Tottenham no coach they say on the second season be OGBB. Now second season so we free BB Maka Europa League. Europa League so first leg on also share 3-1 against Bodo. Our clear chance. Now I understand. Says one J Champions League. No Europa League. Kofi a compensation. And minimum after this. Nobody is going to disrespect the Europa League.
Yeah.
Give me the wall of champions. No more Europa League. No. Kofi Europa League na ye can once na ye disrespecting. Who bet me the idea go say the thought am the agro na. But when the wall of champions, all the teams in the Champions League, you know. Kofi obi abebo bi agibi. Na man for credit is Real Madrid about Europa League though. Madrid that Europa League too. Juventus wanje me da say. Juventus wanje Champions League.
Yeah, waje win 3 times.
Europa League waje 3. Tottenham na the first Europa League. Liverpool wanje Champions League since year say no. But Europa League waje 2.
Yeah, 1973.
Waje 3. Me da say. Inter Milan Champions League waje 3. Europa League waje 3. Chelsea nye Champions League 2. Europa League waje 2. Bayern Munich onje Champions League 6. Europa League waje bi. Porto waje Champions League 204. Europa League waje 2. And the teams in the Champions PSV I know waje Champions League. Waje Europa League so. Final waje Champions League. Waje Europa League so. Mewa. And the all the top teams now they be no mu dwane no mu yese no mu yese. Omo na bebo Europa na je no. Man you wanje ba ko. And the Europa League dey Champions League for na ebo.
You.
And go so omo je Europa League now. Won't even discredit to omo. And omo anim say the only back door window
Champions League.
Everybody Champions League no. Na one am me ntia se say. Momo si obi fail wa Champions League a. Oba no obe yima film. Enti mo obi am free Champions League mebo Europa League. So we did third and now we are. Yes, format. Now the Europa League. What's the opposite Champions League?
It's almost the same. Okay, yeah, that's no way Hussein Adams and now sending Kazaman needs them. Where the SC Ocean Eba na Otimi at the end and Twaso at the minor son. So, sir, Matansu Enterprise was seven catcher zebra. So, Pemo say, look and answer for one, Obenyebi Ato, Drenson and Persebra, Obenyebi. So, here, OEB, say, look and answer for Lino Zebra. You beat me at your first amount, said to Maccabi. So, Pesa, the answer supergati, say, sugar and ape, and answer soup and ape, say, tomatoes and answer macro was in your back. Unsabeti me akabi oba to fobo eno di ema obehwe ebrekum ye was central market open was seven canter say ye ne just any paris no ene adjacent ya frefra na wa fre 0535 339143 0535 339143 ufra ya bejo suni aboa na ne mapa na unsati me akabi fridge doctor seven canter sebra fridge na say no ba ibesese ni kama ama najira ni naso say ye moto ni na say bomode be hwem ibesese ni kama hona why yes friend man nyamo no ba ibetima ye say ye condenser no say na say ni nyina no ba ye the football basis so what so difference ano na say enye adwuma yi bra na enye ne kama emfam say de be ya odi nsuo anasampo wonkwan na wadi na de aka no odi sema ankwase ti bomode na say no sampo be frɛ na o frɛ na say wo ofie say wo onwumam adwuma no obetima be ne kama etimi da bam I was 0556 468154 and 0503 603426 friends see na onyo so na omo akama na no ana red salaba semin kancha sebra na bedidi eho no kwa obenya jollof rice na akoko saso say assorted jollof rice na akoko benya bi obenya jollof rice any goat meat saso and assorted jollof rice any goat meat no obenya bi oho was say fried rice and chicken obenya bi saso ana semin kancha say no say edan chen say ye fufu any aponche any la soup obenya bi ewadi saso na fufu any akoko nam ana fela soup no sebra obenya bi edi fufu ni tilapia ne nyina obenya bi edi saso na banku ne okra stew no ne nyina okwa obenya bi edi brekum main stage ope enkanin marina udua onsabetimi aka omom wasere nkancha say eya frefre no afrem 0599825284 anasa po 0505 329639 fresesie na yenyo so na duane pa no na ekodi bi ewo togbi ahaba keke wasa ahaba na na ese wode saw yade no wase yade be say asthma say stroke say was say cancer bi say blood pressure na say fibroid bi say menstrual disorders na say ulcer bi hania bi na oso ne nyina ba ibeto ato ase kama 8 na mam wase say homa wade bi say promise of say bad luck bi anasa kwento na kweda gina oso say ensay no atom tinta wa wi etofo wunyai ene say edancha say hom de obabi na oso a togbe ahaba keke se min kanche sebra obetu ase kama e de ma brekum ye wonyame na ja hye so pe wo se min kanche se e ya frefre no afre e wo 0242 582807 0242 582807 fresisim na yenyo so na yemo na adwuma no yenye ne kama emfama omanyina kama bi na no pe wote yankasa akudiem sem no yedi down the tactical man ocean
tago
bibia boko
fino ala fini
until the end
until the end
you
bibia boko na so ho ye de yes yeah
you
say hu finance teams are omo be hia
so ya oda for no beti asudwum
ye dey say ya duru final we dada until the assembly any hobby
monitor town hospital so
ye ne Tottenham
okay
and the omo fan my England hospital kuna ya je wi
okay
ana unjini
te nya mo fana no
ya je wi
you
nya moye
mate ye da se se mo je wi enti ye the Europa trophy no ye be si o why e de amamo se mo ba ko dada nti mo fa no ana Tottenham so fa wi nti we yentio
kobi
ye
yanche tiefo enano pay enra o Park the Princess Paris Saint-Germain displayed a spirited performance. Now, performance no modern, it was not just a mere performance, no, a statement win. Just to tell us that they have finally arrived. Now, you see, 2 legs no. On record, almost Arsenal home and away. Almost Arsenal home and away. In fact, first leg number, Emirates, Arsenal 1-0. That was the venue. Na Arsenal ko 11 games in the Champions League. Na team behind me share or Emirates Stadium ho. Or ko share Arsenal ho. O they are not on time. Out of the 11 games na Arsenal ko before mu defeat to PSG or Emirates no. No ma keep 9 clean sheet e ofie. PSG ko share no ho. Enti aggregate scoreline no aba be ye 3-1. Enti e kire say Paris Saint-Germain born no mo abo no. Ene nsam na teta keka no. Sere and say a frustrations ntakwafono wa asem bia otimi ye den eka he should rather praise Paris Saint-Germain than say or say ono Arsenal na the better team. No, Paris Saint-Germain hwe Arsenal papa omo ya Arsenal ho adwuma no obi aso home na way onye den biem wa be sha ufie wa benefit on so asha wo so ye better side that no e kwan benzo even born no crowd how Arsenal no ni born boss ni PSG Debi. Some me say me can have bebre. Me can have a debate nyina me say PhD be Arsenal ma kan. Now you see Kofi say all is set our Munich. Na nyame adoma 31st May na ye bebo final no. Na final no Inter Milan versus Paris Saint-Germain. Kofi unim the last time 2 teams echo Champions League final yenye bi free England yenye bi free Spain yenye bi free Germany they tip back to 2004 21 years ago.
Oh okay.
And yenye Monaco and FC Porto final Olympia Stadium.
Okay.
Sa game no na Monaco ema Porto share the trend no. That was Mourinho the first Champions League trophy.
Okay.
No oje.
Nti Monaco o shada ma yise Porto share 3. Shade o kan esa na patana.
So share 3. Monaco Porto share 3 that final no. I remember very well. Mourinho the first UCL trophy. No. Now a well deserved win for PSG. Son of the house and every bia. Because boys no omomodimo na was through. Now Kofi after the game enkomodi die koso. And ye bisa Luis Enrique. Say oh, dear no American dia for Paris Saint-Germain win no. Now he should feel proud. Kofi where? I say there be a musora. Musa French league no. A Farmers League. Me the Bibia ma Richmond the better so our Facebook no be hu. Musa a Farmers League. So we perceive the Premier League to be the best league in the world. But Kofi, Hadiana Richmond the better so say siano. Now share the number of Premier League teams of Paris Saint-Germain a yomo. And the way the argument say French League you know a Farmers League.
Say the bia na kuya for na hu adoa.
Oh there be any Farmers League.
Yeah, Farmers League.
Kofi, we should begin to put respect on the French league.
Now the other clubs
based on your money.
Challenge be able to be a Farmers League.
Oh, now Spain on yet team back on a Champions League yet team back on a Spain.
That we are talking about the domestic league or movie.
And I made sure say domestic league now Premier League do by Manchester United or West position grand and second.
And by
the honors of Bacasay, Spain, some also the two.
Madrid.
And here we are in the Spain League, no so famous. Juventus, Amuji League network say
6.
Amuji more than 6, Amuji say 9.
9 Amuji,
9. So can you go and say Italian Serie A no? You Juventus, you AC Milan, you Napoli,
Inter
Milan. Can you go and say Roma more famous league?
And your France so Olympic Marseille Lyon so pay
So I'm saying that Kofi so more sora una beji send the Champions League no so a famous competition. Real Madrid and J's on dominates so there is no validity in that statement. Wow, we are the una beji. It doesn't mean that is
is a Ligue 1. Pierre Ajatos.
Now me say Monaco abeji be a carry. Paris Saint-Germain, I think after Monaco, Pierre Ginagia. I'm saying, say, Kofi Saoya, regardless of how strong other teams in the one Abeji. Madrid and the Champions League Grand Tours from 55, they say, Sama Messi 1960.
There's a name for Butumo.
There be on the own team because it is on record. Sana 50 years to come, ya might no man, I and answer back as a Nedia, no, come a Korokia. The idea you can make that case. We are there, and then the Champions League is a famous competition. Because Madrid are dominating the last 10 years, Madrid are JBL 5. Madrid are JBL 5. Even the about new era, no more. Madrid Champions League in Kwan, okay, the whole Premier League teams Champions League boom in Dreno. Okay, the whole Italy, the woman in Dreno. Madrid Champions League in Kwan, okay, England teams in Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa, Liverpool, Man U, Chelsea. Man City, ni na bom no Madrid dem kwa Champions League trophies or magic. Into why we are there now, we are there. Me, I don't see any validity in that statement. Say league be a famous league. Why we are there now, Abeji? You see, we defeated Liverpool. Liverpool na league, you know, England. Team on that second, Arsenal. 3 points and a door Man City in terms of here.
Yeah.
Was ye Arsenal or Arsenal home and away? Even against Liverpool, no. First leg go pack the princess now. Paris Saint-Germain lose here no. Obia we again bia who say mother luck eluded them. The better side in both legs na Paris Saint-Germain by far. Oti Aston Villa. Oh 60 points are likely so bet me wura to for num. We Aston Villa. Wa ba bechi Arsenal. Abo Arsenal home and away. Arsenal che Madrid. Ekosi say Arsenal che Madrid in both legs. And it clearly tells you, say, we should put respect on the French league and the coach in particular. Any team now, they are more banner. Rather than discrediting them, say, famous league goes, they know. Paris Saint-Germain, I are there. No. Young game, no, from tactical point of view. When you 2 goals, no, Arsenal fast to concede here. And person me analyzing the Kakrebi. Now, see, Kofi, we are then experience is always the best teacher. We are now make discuss PhD again. Me catch say about coaching na. Coach FL Luis Enrique by far better than Mikel Arteta or men umpo baby. Yeah, sa argument no kwa we enye. Enti tactically Enrique me hu sa Arteta o niema bebre sua o game num onuru ho. Onya men ho. Now here go no. Yeah, kasa first like Pata Mobi. Me na minim say in the return fixture no Pateba Mukrana the profile of midfielders no kwashia omo no omo hwe enye yie omo technical abilities na wo suru bebre now we go no first go no a set piece now go we unim say Arsenal na ye ka say omo ya de set pieces no go and check I think so we every town any at the end of that Man United free wa I'm not consider most goals for set pieces omo so say omo the set piece microphone no ya so ya the set pieces Arsenal sa now Pate a free kick and a better the left side and ye pega ball no tomb enti Pate a who defended ball no pin ball no now for park bi ato from tactical point of view ya che Marco 14 now the most dangerous area on the field of play baby from zone 14 Zone 14 there, right on the edge of the box. Baby. Kofi, yeah, this circle be a foul penalty box. No. A horn yama in the El Clasico, at the ball, ma Pedri, converset or on penalty. Enti Paris Saint-Germain say what you games this season. Some attacking one always at least nipa back that zone. And this who defend there. You should make sure say ube cover that zone so well, ube keep an eagle eye on that zone. And this why you are Dembele near you soon first 9 on attacking 16-year boss ni bi. Who Dembele so dina keep on any say who that. Name mom no so attack wa dey be on be dina ho. Omo call France no. Ayi omo ba Emirates no. Ayi the similar zone. And Dembele dina share go no. Kwaraskeria boss a pass na man no. Sa position one na pate a pin ball no to ye no. And the pate the decision say ahead even though he was under pressure. But the decision say pate head the ball no to sa zone no. Na a wrong decision. Also cannot head the cross sideways. And your pin ball na no. Here Fabian Ruiz in the position says here on the tactical board. Probably Fabian Ruiz dina ah head the ball at all. Oh man chance show. Ana Fabian Ruiz ebo shot pa de tuma Ryan Timianche no. Now a second goal no so. We counter attack na. Heba bia na Dembele gina rhythm for second goal no to so. Heba bia na Dembele gina similar position. And to the pre-game analysis ateta ya mama hu say onyan hu adwuma no ome ho still ano papa na kire ne say o niema bebira o say o eden osua e o game no mu. Now, after second Mbappe free PSG, you know, Adia Bakwa Luis Enrique, me who one say he was so confident, yanti so complaining that say BBSC. Ama Luis Enrique can say Paris Saint-Germain will be better without Mbappe. Ama nipa bebre ba bonti bedi na tense papa di ase no okay play up since oba PSG from Monaco every season be on your best player go key on the more dominating French football. And this all why do you have to say that say Paris Saint-Germain will be better without Kylian Mbappe? And then I pay papa ne vindicated me kura so be me anka me fa board ya man. Me de ne bo be man in the sense of Kofi o can say no de nti o ka sa na say player back on the team no obeshe 40 goals e dia man in one season na say players foul be obeshe 12 goals e dia man in one season or person say player back obeshe 40 goals in one season dia man PSG. And the reality is that any say Paris Saint-Germain Kanya, you could clearly see a team unity. They play with intensity. They play with urgency. They play with energy. Obia attack. And now Karaskari are not going to defend you. But now baby obegina. Then Bele on will defend you day. Obia involved because Obayeno. I know can say look, this is the direction FSA PSG team no call. For now, you ain't superstars BM. For now, no, you ain't already made materials BM. Name no, you better young, talented players somewhere hungry for success. Near say to homegrown players. Enti nei say PSG si akanya. Who will be to say Joao Neves 20 years. Renuno Mendes also Hakimi afen will do the peak. Young players, talented Bradley Bakola. Young player, Desiree Doué, young player Kvaratskhelia unyanyire. Dembele no, afia no oko 28 years old. Born no obo hu born tem. Fato, very young player. In the say the decision for Paris Saint-Germain to change their direction from buying superstars, Mbappe, Messi, Cavani, Lavezzi, Ibrahimovic, Javier Pastore, Thiago Silva no, Kofi, anya hwamfa mamo. No amuni se nkasa de de beboa. Ama omo aye that monumental achievement say among the Champions League o mabaku muda. But the truth is that Luis Enrique will restore respect at the amount French football. In fact, or the glory echo French football because of projector. Papa no buy ya obeden. Obeshare no. Now say the treble dream is realistic. he's likely to win treble. I got just 2 games per French Cup final oje no obeje Champions League na Luis Enrique wa equal Pep Guardiola record no. In fact, Kofi, only one coach per no the 2 teams aje treble. That is Pep Guardiola or the Bayern Munich and or the Manchester City. Sorry, Barcelona and or the Manchester City. Sir Luis Enrique yes our record we be why you call Guardiola record no because on also get treble with Barcelona in 2015. In fact, the last coach or the Champions League gonna be with Barcelona BCBM. Now you see Luis Enrique no Kofi, my respect him so well. Unim say ka ketu abinka Hansi Flick ni Guardiola omo record omo yes omo ji 6 trophies in a year no go ye bi or the 5 trophies that year. 1 trophy pen no want me anje. And the papa no Kofi we adwuma oba the first season where trophies oje even the first season about Champions League semi-final with Paris Saint-Germain. The second season we drew final. Ndi a kire say papa no de no kure nie adwuma awaye no ye mo na ba so. Hwe ene ya ye kasai. Ofa me for trao team bia na ofa na me for trao Arsenal wo Partey or Rice ni Odegaard. But Kofi, I can tell you on authority say Paris Saint-Germain me for trao no me for trao bia ni asase so sesi a mo ben omo me for trao bia ni asase we so omo ben omo now since the start here no omo bre because omo me for the stand Joao Neves any Vitinha no omo height ne nye omo nyina 5 feet. Enti ufa Vitinha or 5 feet 8 inches tall. Joao Neves 5 feet 9 inches tall. Enti no more bre be share teams na more height e wo midfield the middle of the park. And the coach no find the right balance no the Fabian Ruiz e be partner Joao Neves any Vitinha. Ama say midfield throw na click work to perfection. Ade bia wo hia bia bi won bi. Hwe so far brand here fan Fabian Ruiz a honor the most experienced our Paris Saint-Germain midfield ho. And it's so far now Kofi what he does on the field of play ni say so the ball man Fabian Ruiz control there passing range calmness and it's a Kofi yemfa leadership on the guiding Colombia no one midfield ho. What a player Fabian Ruiz. Or a hugely underrated footballer there be you can ask him. But and no again in 2 legs now I say about Fabian Ruiz na ye hu Euros na CBM. No about before bit to say Joao Neves. Na eya me ya da bia me kan sa asem no. Say Manchester United enti me amfa sa your boy no. Obi o tu page for no fo. So mo cover Joao Neves na so mo ko cheniska. Player nie. Coffee. Player pioneer. In terms of work rate, intensity, aggression, physicality, that combativeness. So when I'm because all that you bet me see no boada. You are what to me see that. No papa. Who say in the Champions League 58 tackles. Since 2007-2008 at Gennaro Gattuso. A year 59 tackles in a single Champions League campaign. No. You are nervous and I'm 57 tackles. And Kofi is just 20 years of age. But born up branch and born brewing in Fieno so. For Vitinha, technique, passing range, work rate, energy. There na branch and farm. And the Paris Saint-Germain me for the Kofi. Eja wom me food be a beshi or mono. Who adjuma kesi ye. Na dia ba ko mo hu sene any other me food be an more technical abilities or more. Baby o mu gina bia no o press ne se ho mo boni sim da. Onim de ode boni be ye. Or more finding solutions on the field of play in every situation. Enti yemo oyemo na baso. You see, Yebisa Peter Schmeichel, former Manchester United, the greatest goalkeeper in the history of the Premier League, said, between Jan Sommer and Donnarumma, why ena in the semi-final why are there? No, so I don't mean to sue. Now the reason why I can't say Kofi, the exploit of 2 goalkeepers to make sure some teams me do final.
Oh, okay.
But I'll give it to Donnarumma. Jan Sommer da go. But Kofi, the number of goals or consider here no. Questionable kakra. Ena over Donnarumma or consider least number of goals in the semi-final as compared to Donnarumma.
Oh, okay.
Kofi Donnarumma, amama kai Donnarumma mi hu no AC Milan no.
Maybe a German.
And maybe this the goalkeeper before na retire no. Italy for one also because no munim say they all banner there or change the all corner. but about PSG no ni first season ni did na enko ye or yeah high profile errors but this season under Luis Enrique no omi ahun say or one of the finest ever goalkeeper. Look at the saves. He is a break of war in the post for Paris Saint-Germain. And you see, team be a successful. You need a reliable goalkeeper. Team be a successful, no need good goalkeeper. Team be a successful, no Madrid, no more Casillas. Juventus, no more Buffon. Italy, Italian defense, bad defense near Deno. Chile, ni Bonucci, ni Bazag Deno. Now Buffon, they don't watch it. And the coffee keeper and the idea. You're more than Basso. Now, a Baba fan and Munich. Now, where the records on a train they are. A favor Paris Saint-Germain.
So,
now, COVID 30th million 31st million but will be untrue into Paris Saint-Germain a budget trophy.
Paris Saint-Germain
a budget Champions League. Or Munin Tamlan born in Shia. Paris Saint-Germain a budget Champions League.
Okay.
Because of one the coaching question the experience any the venue aye kobo game no say anytime everybody you see fan of Munich no aye obi on GB da outside win an edge Nottingham Forest aye be 1917 against Mamo FF we are no free wa Chelsea ekoye bi ho 2012 eno kra na ba ya Munich na na ebo home o de no beto 1997 Dortmund again the first Champions League against Juventus no aye ho Inti records ni bibia nso ye den e favor team e friend Paris Saint-Germain inti ye mo aba so my idea in fact o mo deserve say Kofi o mo do final of the Champions League no
okay
my idea
say Europa so we kaka wan say do the 19
yeah say akwese 3 wa we a enya asem bia
mate but ya na 4
oh David
oh Trafford na free na ko tun chechiremu
ensida
you yada say wasi ensida no aye the tactical man Ocean Ena ote ne kana Toscana Heba Clinic no aye Dr. Sare no wase min kancha se oye goruria professor na wase se goruria se fresbi ena ha anase program dia oba yebe ma odru na time fresh awon na pemi brane ma odru na won na ubi na to be din fo ne nkumafo na time nyuntum wase se ye stroke bi ena ha na so sisi ena oya waye mre mpam ne nyina oba ebetime to ase kama etime da mam say typhoid bi ena ha brane ma odru na entime enfro so wase min kancha se brekum obahu ye ampata se kwansom yene all for Christ asore no ene di ene behwe yene extra o sport ene wadan krum wase min kancha se sunya no behu ye our estates our new road no so pe yene Methodist Junior High School no ene di ene behwe aya frefra no afrem 0244 109022 0558 578011 and 0208 950405 ofra ya bejo soni aboa kama na no ana Rem City Chapel samin kancha zebra eho ana eseoba wasesa ya hoho a wade bi ana esewo so odi for Daniel wode mpai bona kwankyere egu from serebe ya betime to ase kama etimina ma awon apabi osebra ye da kwankyere ne bible egu from serebe awono obetime anya bi ana fesu yade bi so na ewo so a odi for Daniel sebra obetime to ase kama etimina ma na wasemi kancha say akwantre 1 year sa wontimi enya visa CB passport yi waye bi na so bedu airport no na wanim bema akwada ne ba wasebra ye de mpaye egu so serebe akwan be bie de ma na akwantre so etima efu kama etimi ediama na wasemi nkancha se ho ana ese oba wona nyankopon na omakwapam na mpai bono nya de ese obenu hunda obeba ana nije so na ese odi ekofie na wasemi nkancha se brana bia na nwumre no nso kopem se no nkro no omo ese omo odumase promises school ho ana ese omo wo ana amfeso channel so Sunday obehu omo awa besem awa gramose janshire so pa odu ameta betimi aka omo ana fe Friday ana fe Monday so omo sunyane omo semi nkancha so omo tano so off ano ewo de Adengo Road odu ameta betimi aka omo na wasemi nkancha say e afrefra no afrem 0546 747475 ana sample 0592 382224 from CCA na omo enyo so na omo mo akama na no ana God's gift beating of a palon seven cancer zebra was it 3 days ye yesi ho I say ye kire wadwuma ba wie no aben na wanya dwuma ye serebia wo so sika no benya bi e de agubotom na was in cancer says that 3 days we made na start 30th May na yakowie 1st June the year 2025 na wo ba was in cancer say frontal installation ba ye kire sasa na makeup bi wo ba e betimi a kire was in cancer say samina so na person ya anase po hair cream no ba ye betimi a kire kama na wa be sapai hodo sasa na chips na meat pie no oba ye chiro ana afi so se menka nche se yogurt so na peso usua ne anasa ice cream no oba e betimi a chiro na so timi ahunu ye na se menka nche se 3 days no de bia no eya no pa no nkro kopim se no 9 na eya wasa no so sa e de amae na dwumede ne be so our church of Pentecost no our Israel assembly break kum jam dede bomada na sano susampo obetimi de ho asem bi na ozo akwanya etimi abade am from our 0543 997807 0202 740786 and answer 0505 213309 from CCM na also fa ho esembia serebia ebetimi aboa na no ana fatwa ana fe gasboot semen kancha would say opeso be superstar abrai se onem nyomoto ti se ocean onyame ase da ye bebre
binyono de minim tu onyame wase da ye bebre
efrimimu
eni makume erade wase da ye bebre
opese hani beto so na be superstar ti se ocean eto nyume yo ya bomode na fa ho esembi omo se we yakwanya ayise omo egna se gospel musician ayise opese otu asore nyumi opese unsampa bosomi baako ye yesi ho ye betse obewie no abene ye e ba sa na nyum tunimfo no sa nyum tufo na se ya omenye sika pa e betimi abomenya sika bri na e de gubutum enti sa no so sampo ode be sembi wasi 18th May na ye start copy June 2025 registration forms no obetwa pick forms bi e wa Akwaaba radio oba 100 Ghana cedis opeka no akofele ne kama sere bedu a obetimi de ho asembi na osemi nkanta se Chris FM so kwa forms benye bi ho Master FM okwa benya forms bi ho na osemi nkanta se oba pick forms na wie no dwumedie no be live our TV stations a wo de Ghana anyina na dwumedie so be cause brekum our disabled center oni brekum Mess Park no ND and metwem wase oye dwuma kobi na person be so amasena wo de from 0246 318578 0246 318578 ofra on betimi ajo so na admission eguso ekosom eno aye new Senior High Sasana Technical School wase min kancha sebra oba ebejo feso form 3 student no akwanya oba ebejo kwa so awore pi ene ye awase o ebiti se general arts, general science, home economics, agriculture science, visual arts and a technical programs in your EB. A bit is electrical installation and a face so better enough construction over. You bet me at all. Now, what's saying cancer, free admission at my form was as a form 2 student, and found a baby free body facilities or Benya baby ada. What's saying cancer, admissions are at my funny student, I'm a culture was seen up. Better resource no or buy a bejo. Brekum, could number 2. You was Sakwa Kwanosope. I have a friend of 0503 372337 0240. 0240-430487 and 0240-430484 Francis na yanyo so na yamwa kama na no ana Israel nyame spiritual soap ana fe oil ana herbal medicine seven catch zebra wase uba za spiritual oil bi benye bi say spiritual soap obenye bi say spiritual herbs bi obenye bi saso ana herbal powder no obenye bi eho na de akotu hunbone a wo dey say ekutia wase min kan say spiritual marriage say empo business no ana person support say promise and fail say account na kweda jeno so say here adwuma bi aye say always so da boni say court cases bi ana say ewo editor wasase a bomode da ne kopie mu ewo izanyame spiritual soap na face oil no na omenye ofeso ometimi aboma sa ha na onam nya no etimi afiri so wase yare bi say ulcer diabetes say prostate say empo ani ana wanya ha obi ohom say awo ana apebi say asthma na say stroke bi say fibroid bi wase min kan say menstrual disorders say sciatica na finum yade nyina no oba ibetime to ase kama 18 na mam ano oda ne kopie mu ewo jamdede ewo ebeda ne herbal clinic ne etime ajo feso na etime to ase kama 18 na mam aya frefre no afre 0542 976067 0542 976067 fresesie na yanyo so na yemo sere be ne mapa no mo sabe etime akabi e de freso o nyina ka bi na no pay wote yankase yeda agudiem sem no yede ebrayeba na yewia de aka no yebeto aso has messages no yenkonyi bi efro na yewia yemfa fisam no ento aso na de aka no so woso timi atipi na yankwa animem na yen started from the say was say when Arsenal lose Kofi Tago will laugh was it by the way Arsenal we apologize to all our fans for exiting from UEFA Champions League final. We will say we will not lose hope. There is more ahead of us next season. We'll be fire. Okay, yeah, that's the one. We'll be fire next season. Ismail, so watch it. I register said here. Any Arsenal na be support. Ye.
Evra say Evra Debbie. Evra man.
Patrice Evra.
I say Arsenal to say Netflix movie. You should always be ready for next season.
Next season.
Arsenal to say Chewa part 30. Chewa movie. Chewa part 1 part 30.
Obia boss so dem so le amabo.
Nti ma kan san ko trophy des.
Enya hwe. What say always enjoying your best sports presentation. Go for say inside there. Ufila tilapia joints. Upseats out ADB from brother Joe. Come on, be joint back. Yen trust in the anyway. Oh, human. What's a good man, Akwaaba team? Was say I love you guys. Oh, was say Real Madrid is the best team. It's all-time European champions. Okay, yeah, that's it. Watch you live from Asama. This is Ibrahim in the message or the banana. Was say Barcelona can win this season domestic league. Still, Hala Madre Kofi Ben. The message or the abanano. Was it good morning, Mr. Host? Was my name is Risky Tiger from the Akukrum. And what I say, watch you guys live. Was say you are doing a great job. Yeah, that's all the message, you know. Eddie Abam. Was say you guys are do was you guys do yeah, that's it. Was say always enjoy your show inside Akufru from Crispin no message at the Abanano. Kofi Ajama Blackman or Chelsea, good morning. Watch you inside Pig Farm in Accra. Kofi said Bibia Bokodiem. Was it good morning, Kofi Tago? Was I'm watching you guys live at Doma and Cross. In fact, you are doing a great job here. That's it. A 3-year best mark, the messenger or the Abanano. So Anna Isaac Chelsea, keep up the good work, you. Yeah, that's it. I saw the message, you know, there. Was it good morning, Kofi? Was I'm watching you live on okay at Kuta number 2. Was say you are doing a great job here. That's it. Prince Aduma, the messenger on the Saudi Abanano. Was say you snap the La Liga title from FC Barcelona. Still, Hala Madrid. Was say friend of Cabran. You Cabran, yeah, that's it. Pass what do message in Ediabam. Was say next season we are going to be a EPL winner. Manchester United. You. Was say friend of boss. Boss said that's why. Adiasum.
Ana Manchester for Ghana grown those. Now ultima
yeah, obia worry no.
Oh God, now would be say munesi how many years? Now 12 years na oh akra 12 years we be go be JSS 3.
You yeah that's it. What say I'm watching you live from Sampa, Vasco and Kama. The message out there, no. Obi so be league season. No, how on say? How on say?
12 years man ko be JSS 2.
Keze go wie. Okay. You can ask na 20. Una we no 3 say yi Israel ni Sadante ni let am you amount them. E kan ka we
Bibia to me sesa.
Bibia to me say dia say
Bibia what my sesa
for Chewa part 3.
Chewa part 3. As since 2004 21 years.
When was the last time Muji EPL?
2013 keke.
Now keke.
Just 2013.
And Obi Aba be Champions League
12 years pe.
12 years.
Obi Aba be Champions League.
Arsenal got 21 years.
Arsenal Europa.
And then United Yanji Europa you know. League ni anto second. Say Man City mo ban ni ba. Omo the trophy me enu na abebre. Mo ban no. Say ba kudu oye di second.
One more bre ya na wo fa Japade odo ni.
You fa ho me adwuma ni.
Do person come and kwesi say.
Wa fa mo bla na bu ho fa.
Man United next season team to watch.
Why?
We Kofi fans.
Oh, ona na ne hwan mo.
Kofi unu players ya plan ni omo aye koto.
Harry Maguire.
Our Champions League.
Any Casemiro.
Na ye Europa na about Champions League and Europa na ye wi. The Red Devils glory Man United. Bebao. The version 9.
You. Yeah, that's it. And the young vitamin 12 say na young go anyway. And I feel some national under 20. Yeah, jina kono 3 p.m. Yene Central African Republic na de pems we aya Africa under 20. Youth Championship akoso awe Egypt no. Ene Shannon so say about 3 p.m. Yene o man aye from Egypt. Ya de pems so de nenia no anya sam kitokra. Na no ana ye coach Desmond of fame. Tresem nantana wiata so sempe kwambiaso no o metima kokodin e de ma o man no. Was say against Senegal no o ma wie Senegal for beda mase sempo o man match. Na against Central African Republic no e must win fine. Na World Cup no Ghana etimi akobo bi coach at the national under 20 bobo kuno Desmond of Fair ne koma wo de aja abra na okojan central for ahead of any game no.
a must-win game. Our boys are very talented, a lot of quality in the team. We know that we can play different kind of football. We can put the ball on the floor and play. If it's difficult, we can also play aggressive and direct football. And I think this is what we saw today. I think I was just installing confidence in them, and they're a very confident bunch. But for us, it's about the hard work, and we keep improving game by game. Our goal is the same as everybody in this tournament, is try and qualify to the World Cup. So we take it game by game. We have to do our homework again against the Central African Republic. It's not going to be easy, but we'll try and scale through and see what happens after.
You we and then some coach that's man of fair. What they are to Jana Shannon say group C. And they say what DR Congo. Oma ready kind Omakuta 4 points. The toss me you Ghana 4 points. Me and Senegal. Ekuta 1 point. Asa Central African Republic toss 9. Almost Ekura 1 point. Shannon so Ghana Yane Central for Eboino. Not Senegal so any Ghana and as many DR Congo so Ebo Shannon so say best ref for no you bet me as the Tomona Omaba Kambi. Na omotimi awie na ya toaso ne ahwesempo wan ana say ekokodi na Africa under 20 year championship ekoso ewo Egypt no obetimi age edesini na so we ene de fira ye don sem no ye de ema anana pay ewa Akwaaba radio 98.1 na yem free where na ye nani na yenko pie mo our Black Stars Sason Hansefo goalkeeper Benjamin Asare obaka sempo na nsen ana ne video bi eba out na brantie etitrotrum na woko awon sem ne ko bebre manfo so national goalkeeper na akwatra trotrum ne nasifo eba bonte beto dwa sempo Mugabi wono down ne ko pie mo awo SYZ ayi se mebi twem na wo sponsor de beto dwa se omo make sure sa brantie ayi ye friend Benjamin Asare no obetimi anyaka se de bia wono so Black Stars wono okono manfo etimi erobuo etimi na mano eno abremat etimi ayipuma kwamu ama no Hansefo secretariat no ka no ometimi edema no eye elantra bi ana ise abrante frɛ no Benjamin Asare ne zetimi ekan to by Facebook wana cars no ana ise pictures no ana ewrori wo ho na Mugabi abra ise ka no amo ede ekoma abrante ayi ye frɛ no Benjamin Asare no we ane ensema Mugabi wodi etudwa abrante Asare donation no ekoso
yenua Benjamin Asare or your national asset ya we the first time I calling into the national team no ko buy no he excel and videos be on social media ya na very catching say obi o national asset no ne bambo very paramount that is security ade a was say funny yi nti ye hu video no me ne my senior brother Alhaji Sidu Agongo ya o founder edema and CEO Zira Group of Companies and a Class Media Group and no me share video no with him say is there anything that we can do to support the gentleman and then when I started this engagement a lot of people say Mugabe say ye ni maybe I want near so it is not about as a folk or Kotoko this is about national team and what Black Stars say Black Stars airborne match here Kotoko fu energy House of energy NDC energy MPP any the energy and when we are sports any idea a unity and as a nation team me share video with my brother he told me say you two one among and few weeks here you did go to say we do whatever we can to support the gentleman and no any day you present the Kanaman on your friend on our phone say we have something for you and even the coach and no any engage you but not the management in there you can have a conversation say we'll be donating a car to him I was a presentation man before Kotoko and House of Folk match but because no more campus no more match in here we tell there yenua panyi Alhaji Sidu Agongo be no idea was a shady pabibli nkran say any baby awo emfa memo ho abonfia say there wo ye ni dipa nhwe baby awo bia no nipa ye there from Olympics to House of Folk to Black Stars and then Black Stars first call up what me anya 2 clean sheets ya ball in real watenam won now sorry say bia obi becha wade obaya was say trotro na ho say wo join no obi awo ye number 1 goalkeeper the Black Stars there o say ya ball ho by to suji we never wotumi ko asori o ko ayi baby a wo betumi no wo ye no ma ye there etumi aye nti ya doye ene ya ba be there ya ba be and ye mo no da bia me ka say ya si we na ye wo no transit word ene ye wo wu kura woni baby a wo ko so be ye obi bia ma obi a ye ma no obra wo there o ti ase on twen ya ho say nipa no wo da ho ansa na be bia ma na wa ye there ti de be ye no e be hye others no so nkran say omo nso betumi ayi do omo baby omo say oda all blacks oda the stars obo as a folk obo Kotoko baby a wo bia no right in the corner where you are because e kira no betumi so aye wo chance
yo we ene ensema Mugabi wodi atudwa enana pay ye di down Akwaaba radio 98.1 no chi ana ofuto aye say wodi ama Benjamin Asare senye bia no kana be di ne nsa no one hwe so we na ma na ba ye dwane na sefa na homa so won make sure simple de no wo ye aye say ni be to no so akai ni sentiment aka no One to us, sir. Mugabe.
That's any advice I made the man say, on crowd in me, no money to me, any the beam. Now only the one the way anymore. Angels no so tarnish. Say, baby, I would do no, forever and ever. In this acquire number 2 movie, number 1 now, for the team, Eden team. Only stay focus, no cramosa. If you might, you'll be man sending it to my any training grounds or crown any idea. I've told him, say, my brother, I know where I'm coming from. Yeah, moving on near swap piece and brush with tissue or swam magazine. I say, one certain free baby, I want your day, who knew baby, but who aim higher, who be achieve better in life.
You we and Sema every Mugabe. Now, seriously, Eba no adoye I say or more Edema Benjamin Asari no and come or there to ya. Now, Coach Abubakar Watara, one ko Piemo, our Jumedina say, no, so we Anna is say what they to ya na Okazapi, and it's a goalkeeper, Benjamin Asari. So.
Danyamia Sada, Mr. Seido Agunga, sent me danas. Now, media for particular. Human and Muyama, that everything basso. But they can't be here without media. Against me, because media man offer each and only command. As I mean, say, the media people, you deserve that recognition. The Masipa, because not the American Chasa and say, well, you suka me. What you know, say, ball no ball, no be. Because Ghana is the one of the big football country in the world, not in Africa, in the world.
You we and then some Coach Watara order to ja and no Benjamin Azari also a GV we and Sema or there to Jantisi Wadani Kauna Minoka say no what to me Agenicana or your enemies in beat my cost camera 8 million.
First of all, without baby, I say, or Munyamuase, and I say, dance success with the man Yankupo because Anka can name Yanka Minjina, say, and I so far soon, the FA Yankupo with the dance to them honorable ordinary because any of you know better me doing and you good at and I saw better me Chelka. People like someone like me, there will be any supporters in Ghana, any president in Ghana, say, opportunity. And I'm afraid of the media, dance to my Coach Watara because any any honorable mistake that because of Munamuabuaminas and Emery Matrimania, this a big opportunity. We don't be any Ghana supporters, any Ghana man, say, Yamia Yadum. Na nyamia wish na de nyina ye hwe no embrem na ye na nyamia ya do World Cup ndo bi ase ni
you we and then some Benjamin Asari what you atuja na pay ye di ema nyamia adoma sana so sample Domadiana Stars some any Bechem United as chef any match on the 11th May omo HSA ebekoso awana na Fozija Papa kenya ya ways omo eye na omo we simple Ghana Premier League matches na kano ometimi abo na ometimi eyi e dey free and dey free don sam ya di emonsaso enter FA Cup semi final games no nyame ya atomo meme nda be and they say ebetimi start na Sunday no yetimi awie empene for HSA final game no nyame ya atomo 15 June and they say ebekoso our University of Ghana Stadium eho na omo HSA final game no so ebetimi atodwa enra Ghana Football Association president Ora Ketokeku otime kusha juvenile committee no se enye bia no mo ewesere bia juvenile football no ne on betima kwasu ye ho ana ensem kora no ye betimi atoto mu ye ne yetimi anya talent ahodo aye national team no o betimi ababo ama ne jese timi aba we ani de frua ye de onsem ena anapi ye de ema ewa Akwaaba radio 98.1 yemfa nsem ni si na yenkwa bedwafo na omonkwa kira madwene na omohwe so far se de mu nsem no ase wa utie se be mu akwanya no so etimi aba so kwame Kofi, there be aboko. You ma eat we.
Kofi, Mugabe. Kofi Kavedi. Ghana na am say you must sim crash that here eat too much. Then ka player the talk at player Kofi. And run out because in sim ni kruma. Eh nka we Kofi di cheni wi asa. Kofi the aye dwabwa ase
was it the number so me na ase has for na ka so me nyene
sa Kofi we di enye ade anka ese
na nka mo frɛ na nka o present dia man but has for so mo fam na said be a obi e be zampa di o mo kan mai
as player we talk at no mo bodwa has for na iti as me bodwa yi the biggest club Orlando Paris ni Zamalek kensi o intina biggest club in over ever say dia mo never when it is in get one day mega no mega say very good because o share on say adebi wo esi wo abrabo ma kwan ne akwanya ne bi ma ho na e beka say ni po video Benjamin Asare no onu nzu be nya de because na akofa we nyina aba no because just after say obo national
match
na oko training no say no
okofa
trotro obi ti trotro mo video no and also be news na Black Stars play at true which president Krafa bicycle ko adwuma na no so be news abego fi nipa no video no so e mo na baso now Benjamin Asara be ka una nti onye na say ni sika na no oje no ibi be top petru ibi be to tie oh obi yeah you unim GMPC pani unim GMPC pani so go fi onye na adwen say na we nyina be ka any budget no bi be go fi no on we nya de say we share that same request ye mo Mugabe abaso on initiative sa de na honorable Sedu agongo so
e be kan
o talk that Kofi is very good say sad na Kofi one thing can then stories no about breaking in sports Kofi ye pese yesre na say initiative by the end of this month politicians in the outcome of this project there be say you bet na haka
project be answer na
you bet na haka projects are e ka wuram
katodie
e ka doma de na Kofi katodie na starting there ye starting kato project ni there omuma ye hu project no ye wie ye Kofi na omuma ye hu say e almost complete say ye wie project na ankasa say ye wie project no and Kofi after say e to abanu wie no ye ko be 5 months o me wa 5 months in Kofi still are you hwe now you catch a project in a GMPC project no abo say ono ade sika eden you finance into your so now elder Simon Pabi na say ye ko elder Simon Pabi ho no ko GMPC for no ko bi say GMPC for questions
the last time I'm saying na ye ne ayedin komo Stuttgart was say project na omo ye nyina no di ompenfo say omo twentwen so
nti Kofi now ye kai ye twentwen so akopem
omo so omo ye auditors bi anzo bia omo timi ahwe say project no
nti Kofi say ye audit bia say project ye wie project e complete
ana mo ka do no wi
Kofi dey na akadi dey na ko project no bi
nipa na o ye project no project na ye GMPC dia e na omo nka ta banse bia sa project we ye wie nti ye hand over dia mo bi nti
wie ya untimi for wani nka say complete
yes Kofi after 5 months na so na Stuttgart mo ka say ye suspend the project na Kofi one thing about this project is say na no nkla na Igbo games no park ni ye primary school no ho ne dia me wa nkla na park ni o mo dia na the normal you know come games I ho no mo training no mo dia ko games no now because of this project in no ye nwie and benefiting nkla no yes ye deny nkla no from some school games no baby omo no be training
omo kwasa omo ko train no park na so no madina o
na se park ni nwie
enzi nwie
ye nwie on timi ye training but say ye project we na wo ho na nkomo park ni da ho say nkomo be inter schools no Kofi ho na nkomo be training but park ni ya je any ye project ye nim se be benefit school for nkla no but ye nwie project na ka ho ntino ya se deny nkla no from so many baby aye training masem no park na aka na yekato de wakato kromu no eno so schools na ho na ye school ba ko ne dia nti wo ko no ye training on pon ya ntimi nye den e me training so ko fi ye ka ye na no ye nwie project no ye nsan school for nkla no ho say yes say deny nkla no from say mo so benya mfaso na nkomunya free park no so dada no Kofi na nkla ni nya sa mfaso ni bi
iyo nti o de be busa da
yes e say copy pim project we one project Kofi ye ma politician bia and this government enti me kan kire say yes ye twentwen so ma project we be da brekum for 1 year and o mo boa kwa eni enye no kure
o wia na wa afraid am into the
Kofi so bet no be ka kire say na project we be da ho na ka be 2 years as na elder ma ba Kofi se ma ni o be ka okuruma no on hwe ya on be ka say ye ntan obi abeti tan asem no because project we nyina e kasa for project we hu bi project no almost complete almost ye wie project no na no mo ka che na aka say de na tie no be gu ase na no ye hu so no mo de na tie no so ye den egu ase nti e da ho ehwe de aka de ti Kofi e mo metra ho me ye project no me white elephant e your mind sika na ye project no
okay
your mind sika nti party no na party in power e ba ka wo ha wo dia ajapade wo ho ye wo dia on be land cruiser wo so mo fa bi twi na ne da wow o be land cruiser ni bi Kofi o mu twi bi nti this is the time elder mobile and MC honorable Haji Afate so by DC ka no timbi say no so aban dia so be to ye nti project we no ma be to no Kofi 5 months animu ya because one ka to school for nkola no ye deny nkola no from some nso be benefiting from ajapade akwaje nkola na ajapade o eh ajapade nkola ne dia esen kan nkola ne training no mo nso nya mfaso free park no so akwaje nkola na ajapade na from nsema ama na nkola ne nam ni oni bo bia no go fi so wanyere ne ho a ontimo bo na don't forget na team be ye training ho the message the message ye bisa say the message the talent and ekuted no nkola no ho yemfa bi omunya ba bi nya training nti say ye wie park na animu ya de akofi ba bia say elder Simon Pabi ne NBC government no kroma omuwura me hu say project na complete say starting issue park bi so because project na anu na say kofi say yo enyo wo wie project no see ntimi mo game a competitive bia so a at least betimi fan games for park ne so nti kofi ya hwe mo project na honorable Nelson Kwaku chire de sakan kofi ya hwe ma ne say da so animu ya kofi omoma yehu the state of that astroturf no yen twema ensay so kofi ndc aban say yen kan me Nelson Dimbi ye ka hwe elders man pa bi ani ba bibia so wura na project we animu ya no o me commission project we no e so me no commission project no
enti we say po benya na o the morning come na ekoso no osi
kofi tabo
wouldn't
say project we there me interest wo pa nti nkana me nka bi but be there by there no say ja me de kakra bi fa ho ansa na ma hwe other stories no obi we o man we na ewo mu no se wo hwa asem no in general untimi mblemu ya dasi man pa me nkire me ne kwabna kire Stuttgart onabo eye suban enye nne continuity and maintenance culture and they are there back where a go man. Now sometimes we dream unyansa bia ewom because abai no yam is it Ghana nya one party state o and it's all ye kioke so ye di kra na ubedi o man no so a town kama ube free so enti ye free bibi nation building and ya one political party nkwa na ye nation building aye continuity we free wa we beto aso a etese project na aka no so moto aso na me de me mpese me rush into conclusion Kofi by the end of this week also yet bibi fa project we ho sanya sa jai be so agu mo so no omo koye no kra de ni so I tell you Kofi
me say nyoma bi say ikoswa na o ya ma rumors bi a dey katete na megedi because omo to aba no wie no endike ena mete say Kato Park na be da ho apro minister atmase a enti e baaye no me hwe say this new government no omo ye like in omani ko ho say ampa ombe ye ana bia rumor na ye no kre minister atmase a because in any case for 6 months a continuous project which is deteriorating when you sit and you talk about auditing it just a wunye serious ubai MC MP so is o mo choose so governance and administration is running munwi kwan munye radio interview me ba to mon start a lobbying mon sheshe project bi ase
ceremony ase
mon ko project bi ase na ba cho de da ho dada na eye almost done no. The truth is that see say ye discourse say ya me pese ye nyina no ye na intellectually say project ne nya mo assess ya mo fa mo findings embra na ye hu say project na da ho no enye the way that it was supposed to be done enye sa enti bia ye bubu no na ye ne foforo 2 project na e certified wo manimu a state be na mo abeto project no e 90% done 100% done ana e de what I say because the yenye ye kraban afi na obebo Canada almost omo wie dada no
oh my beni
means what man say okay ye ni bre ho e ba ni yem ni ade say ka initially e ya ye biala ya ma ye ni amere a akirei ena omo san ba ya omba be ye project ni duru ba bi a omo de aduru enti me de pam no twa no mo na mo ntibi a mo say anwa na mo carpet free park na
ka no dada one ne kata one da kata was saying
because elder kasa elder chimu say project no we try so many times and kobenya the former MP no
Now I'm discuss about this project. But our friend is our friend. You on picking the course. Into the share the guys never happens. Send common per contractor. And man no contractor. No more information say contractor na could be Western North. Oh yeah, Juma for now contractor and man contract no. The way I contract this year then. Etie.
Hey, Simon, ona wa se me de enkobukum.
No, so ono no chese
enkobukum.
So
we entia. Say government project. Te say ye wa akwa me ba ye wa akwa ba. Say we de. E na manager ba ko ne wa ha. Manager no ko. Manager ne ko ya. Yes, say they no open inside the house. Into one or two people of contract of they no open inside our office. No. You are supposed to come and meet a whole project like this
and Thomas.
No one by in administration. MC, MP. Into office contract of a buy contract to any individual. A buy contract of a biggest way to say AstroTurf. $300,000s. But was it Wabaka said 12 billion?
No, Boka 12
billion. The people and the administration want to now we transitions. And I don't even say transition your government one you. Yeah, transition assembly level. And to a transition document to be a new Abakato project.
I'm friend.
And your mundi and your mundi once someone you and Mamosia. Na Diana Banomon because you cannot tell me this project. People are not so hard.
There is no need.
And you're now there
is absolutely no need. There is no need for even Elder to say this. Into better chira me say Mahama ba no. Okofra kufu adon pacho. Interchange no ya ne say na economy no sika sen na what do you want to tell me?
Okay.
Yeah, you not traho.
Yankwa humano so na yene honorable Eda Simon and Pabi Chairman could come na yentwas. Honorable, good morning.
Good morning, Minia.
Na bibia bokodie.
Ya me no madaro ma ready kwa na mo so.
Yanko badu yes ye hu ye. Honorable komo ye di aye Kato AstroTurf na the former MP aye I see yenyan yusu ye. Ye busa se wo ba ye na ho na mo akosi sen.
Me da se bebre Minia. Ma mencha watiefo nyina ma bo me ho modern se me ne MP ebe kasa ofra ontime mpeke na homa no anopa ya nkasa kra me ne na my friend no 2 times ontime mpeke and last month I asked some of my bosses ompe contractor the number na se me nya information no free MP no wa mejitum say betimi anya every contractor no. And so far is the one we're looking for say betimi anya no na information free no. But money me akasa ne area mesa memrantia na hwese omo betimi are no. The last time so western region o baby maybe o someone so more the number betimi dia mama. Me pesa me hu the awarding agency no na ka me ameko awarding agency ona me ne omokasa na me feel say nka mrase badwani a o cha se no ona nka be the right person obet me aboa me Akwaaba 98.1 oh friend a number no out me mpeki
ona mame musa we you ya no say project na ye no enye former MP nya ne botom sika na odi ye JMPC ya no say ya Ghana campaign yi say yeah dia na one everywhere say mo be take over mo kwai na documents bi eni wo se bia we ni project is no wo ye a wantimi anwie yi say na ba na asesa
apparently na bi mo se Ghana gas for na ye e bi mo se GMPC for na ye entina me person ka me nya free ono ankasa MP no project bia me wa kwasra dia babreku me minim de o wa de ma me bo and think I is the right person obet me actually nipa an agency award man but said the makano I've tried his number on several accounts but offer now on the
and when I was to oko municipal assembly documents be any or HSA be a project we ye or katu nemo ye or abani dimo
municipal assembly we have just gotten an MC and there are a lot of things are occupying attention and that aspect na the yan to one am also make assembly akobisem say bibisa wo na but normally so obenya krata the awarding agency no I'm not sure say bibisa wo assembly even though I've not inquired, but I'm not sure.
Honorable, said the governance system in Ghana here, and every government project say a core district be a district no a copy of the contract and project because the whole crown now be assassin plan ni bibia. So menu nim governance system nani so no minim say it is supposed to be there, and minim municipal assembly so my transition and our hormone transition.
Oh yeah, I'm transition.
And transition is supposed to cover every project, any state edru, any all the necessary documents are hand over. Me patcho nyesa.
Minua sadia medi kan kai no. I say ye MC kwa nya ye nche.
But transition across me boa.
Transition across which is even less than a month.
Me that's it. So it means that the information on park in Ankasano, it is supposed to be part of the transition and me boa.
Ordinarily, say more agency no ma assembly no copy there, but I cannot speak for them because Sabre na me near bemu. And Sabre na MC or Sabre is na nyon na ho.
Metiasio, but transition between the past government and the present one are take over no. And based on that, the past government is supposed to hand over every document.
Mame educate you sadie we.
Okay.
Say abain as a sana next government ba. The transition note, you know, edija the coordinating director. Na se yenya MC fofora. Coordinating director and so handle over edi ama MC no Akwaaba no. But what I say, and it was not like say time MPP for a free one. Omo handle over the Mahadia party there binya sanity because after all Sabre and kwani nyam obi adi. Ndi hwan na ye de be ma no.
Coordinating director.
And the Sabre ya Akwaaba no. And as I say, a man America crack now, because I feel all settled down, and normally we take you over. Near my baby, who shim stabilize it. And the idea, I feel no watch a or trim you know, dear. Yen to me, man of pressure says the same car. Why was I near money?
But they are not maybe per se and say transition, say, be the coordinating director of Krana store. One there is an MC, you know, it has been passed to the MC, isn't it?
Sure.
Medasi.
Transition or more the Kahon Quadia.
Medasi.
Coordinating director and so the MC.
Good. Until the MMPC said, honorable. Are they based on that? Mona to office. And if you want any documentation, any contract, anything, information about park now, said the tears, you know, person or ye money, you are supposed to contact to MC based on any relationship. Two, go to assembly hall and look for the document because they are official. Say the Bible said the honey now upon the document and as I said one sign document you move to the next stage by calling a former MP no say oh now buy me na me call dey me hu ye no enye enough and e kire ma adwene enti as a na kakra say assembly ho na ofre MP no that meanwhile the official document is not supposed to sit with the past MP want mean for buy paper and share ni botomu nam and honorable
it is for a very good reason. NTIA transition at the previous government and the incoming government no can boom. So in that area, no. Sanke Bekasa who fear by Munti, Yampa Wonka. And that's now make a say, Ubia what hold public office. What him. Unim say, Emran sequence, who here be free the world to me friend, and out to make a calling about. So in some Nabi and sequence. And yam from so. Say obi di MC ko obi di minister ko obi di MP ko na wo hia bibi na wo frɛ na age na dwenkyerɛ ma menkyerɛ advantage ba kwa ewo mu obi a ɔno ɛkɔfa ade no baaye no ɔno nim ho akwan kyɛ obi a ya handle paper na di ama no so nim za obi a ɔno kɔfa na nti sabra make say even though enya sports. But your hospital be a year about 800 bed capacity hospital. The former MP, Dr. Kwabena Chum Makofa bae. But Omuja and the crying so. Me person who are dealing with you or no, my friend man forward in the side of the details man and sana. Me tia see ye na matimako facing minister was adiano. If it's or no cofa bae no or who him the honor and nim trimpo and the cry of fast one in Sakaye. Na ono na nim kwan of fast ye ne the of fast anye yi eno na ye better chance the ono nim ho hwe na mo paper keke na ye de action nsem say what take you over nti mpanifo say nyom da every no ani wura na no na me boa
ba metwase o but ensem ne two bi wa ha
de ma anamom ye no amadikin atuichi anamom ye no amadikin atui ensi me kwan say me kwan from that side ba me hu say ansa na bikura me ne GMPC for behia mbekwa assembly akohia as a said your kofa baaye no nyom na ono angala tro no nyom no me ma ono tro nyom no kirem na me hu say de nyom no dete ansa na matumu ana mo nti anyam fom to okra.
Okay, alright, yeah. And they say, also one thing and can. And yes, you
at this stage, Sabi, what friend will try so very rich on Sankan, will try so on Sabaka contract on Sankan. Then you ask yourself the next stage. Bikura Mika say, not document, I don't know for a fact, but a beer, Obekwasam Bikran in your. Minim dia
but ka ukọ wie na ni wa na ka ya kan si super na ya gina so de ameki ayi
enu nti na make say anamom mienu amadikin atu say de be ya metumi ato adumadi enu anyam fom so de empese bote ase no
and ye te ase ba ye fi so say ade bia no first and first e ho na ye gina sisi ntem ma ye nya gidie sa anamon na watu no ye be gi adi because first and first e ho na ye problem no.
Mento wasem bisa na se papa.
Okay, the person chene say yeah problem say the twetwe aso kakra ne say first thing first. Unza we say ade bia there say ni wura no. In this case contract no enye ni wura ene MP no. Ni wura ne aban. Nti ni wura aban na musini ene ye assembly officer. So e ho na say we je ne first.
Dabi. O kan say am so.
But the contract ne ye former MP ne dia.
Dabi. So o ka say ni rani aban yes government project
me that's na say ojitu dabi ba nye ni rani aban de okofa ba enye ni wura so obi suma o se kofa ade ebra mi a wo okofa ba onye ni wura ananye sa
the project is a government project
anti ni rani aban
ambato bra na MP no no yedan
me bato no na ya aban na musini
anti say oya aban na msini a oya adwuma ma aban na ono ne kofa ba na obisa no ho asem bo ade a yekoso ho a mbomzo be ne wo
ye nka asem fomso ho minim se wa ya asem ni nyina ne se ye fi se gise unya paper ne first ansa na wagina paper ne so e de abisa de onti ase oh e ho na ye fi se
nkoma me ni wadi ni nyina akire wo se me wo interest wo project no mo what you say de to so mienu e san kire wo se obi onu na engineer de no baaye no sesi akwaya me ye obrekumi so nim kwaya me fa so ameye no kopim say aban bi besesa ama me de hand over note no kwaya me fa so ye no unim and there's no way say anybody will get to know more details than me and me kofa baaye no
metiase but first of all the handing
over about it
but the handing over note is paramount before one personal say bi ameba be sha na nyesa.
So do you think that the handing over notes is more detailed than the Okofaba?
Of course, because handing over, yes, honorable. Say handing over note I include any detail I feel say is supposed to include that. That is where you move forward to ask about the anything away him. And first of all, the handing over note, and then the prima facie. Yes, sir. And then the basis of the whole project, because without a handing over note, won't mean for MP the project be that. Because it is the handing over note. True transition, I back on Sana. And a bemo will say, oh, Sabah Japadia be that. Sanet, Yana.
The project, no, MP no yano. It was not an initiative of the assembly. It was an initiative from the MP. And it's a opo bia ubegi home information free no. He is the first person to be contacted.
You.
Yeah.
Mate, and you contacting the first time. It is not wrong. Okay. However, it does not prevent the MP from moving forward to inquire from the assembly. And to the first two steps I'm taking, I also want you to understand that it is in order because the brainchild. MP no na ya de no kofa ba say MP no ye na gen say on fa project no ma brekum anke ni brekum
you honorable two questions in here down now why you busy
honorable based on the answers how they are my ne ye tiefo no ye pese ye nya hope enti the question am pese me bi say no say wanya past MP no anya detail bi anase wan cooperate with project now no ye during on the tenure of office now what is the way forward? And do we have different options here?
Fantastic. After now, usi komonum. Ubi sabe said then I'm a two afa hon, and I'm actually the maye. And I mean what I said, the maye and yam from so. And this and I'm you know now much no anti me and you the results. Now you're quite the next level. But what I say?
Okay.
Okay. I'm telling you, surely, and come with me, I will certainly get results.
Meaning, sir, when you're technical person.
Unim. Ye din komoya. Man who's a former MP no friend me or me lie back also.
Okay.
So it means that Sakwanya we could be a friend I catch and say MP no the current MP no friend, but you are not picking. He's calling me back. Maybe I'll screenshot to Namdia Sandeo.
Okay.
And see when you are about Wama and say, Menya interest our project no more. Let me lay this fact bare. Say Menya interest our project no more. And our friend Minya Sempian Canchero. But the mere fact some 2-1 a mom you know to say me interest our project no more.
Okay. Yes,
Honorable.
honorable. Is he only a technical person? But we know, sir, Nkoma what the interest or interest our project, the completion of the project. Personally, why assessment to be about the project no? Say ABR the past MP no the oil and be fit standard. Yen see no foforo and I bet to as why society to
it is too early to conclude said the oil and enye.
Question I mean.
No, it is too early.
It is too early. Mamin Sanka no. Sabre nyame adwase afrem enkomo ekoso a bi obi ne don't be after our friend Akacha na. Perhaps I'm not saying that is the situation, but bia all responded to me call no. Mame ene nkasa na me hu ba bi opim so duru ye. The technical minya contractor no so ne no aye assessment. Na me hu ba bi a wapim so aduru a. Why not? Se bibi wo ho a anko ye be correction se bibia so da na kwan mu a. My friend na me ni nyina kan bom. Na ya commission ma brekumfo anya so mfa so.
Okay, nti hope say project ni de nya de se kan mulam.
Minua niema bi wo ha se mo centrofo no kra mu hu se de MP na ote so no te. Ye wo project be braban a otwam no sha ase. Me ba ye ma reactivate. Chiriba ene ahemfie hotel kwan the nam low price enterprise animu ho ene amangwase. When you go to Chiriba now oben se contractor also a wo yes adwuma no. Enya me nam this contract ne ba MPP aban na dia so ball form so almost started. But it got to a time they stopped. For 4 years, contractor be a macran so that Anameboa. But that's not contractor also yes, Wedgman. Until a child say, abandon down ye be no when we are. Sabra Menoka say, Oko Katua, Kato Clinic, no. Tama ye buy no. Na or more year than a ho. But what I say,
yeah.
But that's now. Contract and how you were two the politics, what do you call baby at the politics basic, and they were two septic tank in our 12 hour energy. But there were instances will break even common toilets. The predecessor built a toilet, too. Or no, somebody no be seen in this in Japan to us. And she actually was sir, and be a match for. Be a banda down shas here. Minia MP no chum shas here, 1 to me and you know. I am a said yes, I'm a 12 to be said, Sabia from Sadia now can. And yet on only bottom can or the a breakum for Sika. And this year, the young passo and year. I breakum the abonica.
Okay.
And I'm not going to do it until I've indicated that me more interest for project no more.
You. Oh no, you better say about Primuna Wajas, maybe any better about him.
Medasi Bremina, I read in show.
Oh, it's down so. And see, Brekum East MP. And what's in a cano, every national.
Oh, my information now, Mamma let. Huh? Every national, my information now, Mamma let. Yes, Kobe. I didn't hear any year when what I say. Anything I hear, yeah, press on. But truth is that first thing first. Honorable may have a very good way about it, say, but sometimes the first set team be person already match and just one approaching match in the Yaberin. Opponent special and I just good. There's all approaching the year. And a mini in a drink say, so over to a buying project. First of all, would you pay person in the home first? And who's a project in the and Sagrana won't say as a state. TMO, Abaya Juma Sam Yakayo. Before the Bones exist, Ubetma who's a CEO, but it will be there into until so Bones a project in this like any, you know, and so when young papers at Chess in papers and private papers that is supposed to be with the MP, it is with the assembly, and this cannot be covered without say a NIMBY, a woman. What I say, and this a woman, dear, I want to wear quite first. This is the document, compare me 2 more. The way details, contractor no, anyway, the young Venanka, who be so radio to say, my contractor number, and Amunya Mamia. No. You do it at the assembly level. This is the contractor. Contractor be also a registered company. And you inquire from the Ubehu contractor no. Ubehu MP no. Now, so friend MP no be after say we ready handing over note and every contract detail they want to here. That is the next step. But so friend MP no without even knowing the contract any idea. Who come on go didn't say. And one na you say in as much as you na ye penny you know. And say you know daily form. Yes sir. Said that wa. Na ye hu no here. Ye ngin this house will 2-1 amon papa.
Okay. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, breaking for interest or project in because yesika taxpayers money. My patro nya nesentre mesika. And what ye neither that's my paving mesika. Nti breaking for project. Nti what the can clear na my dia. We are hoping, say, next news are better, no? Good news concerning the project. And yes, I could be entry.
You, to be honest with you. Yeah, that's it. 0242 020208 0242 020208. That's on 0207 573 Good morning.
Morning, Tago.
Out of you.
Hello.
Out of you. Hello, out of Otemika.
Morning, Tago.
Yes, you.
Tago, my mama, Basuma, but I'm paying you. Tago, one was all for Bonsaya. Step you can one from you to won't me because he question I would be on a bone, and no more idea. I thank you for sending her. That's a call us or he be any so. Then our best friend, our friend. If you are paying for a movie, you send it there for man of the cousin. I hear you, as I football no you want experience football you know PSG abon ho de pa na me say
yeah that's it I don't for now today kind good morning.
Hello.
Yes sir. Udi na baby free
I can you make a free continental
I can't you
yo me da suna kwanya jama me na no je be say honorable on pass am on your document e ho no be hu sika do dokura ya bi say project no e ho no be hu amount do aban jama ne wo no ready can so the 12 billion and the can say project you nya people that don't say you can do 12 billion and I you e ho no be mo be ko phone na ya ni na ko ewo yes, when on cross some no new people, but when you people, the best laugh into station. But now the things come on gently. Yeah, you're parking this one, carrying a need. So what I think, yes, parking anyone.
Yeah, that's good morning.
Good morning.
When you
Mata Musi
na bibi abako de ma yenti we.
Oh, Janadum. Really, it's a motor to na boano. Na na pressure na more because ono no ni aban isefe na waba ye ni a mono na ye ntwe ya mo sombo semwa na mo misa no 1-1 na ese we kan na e bebre anso tiri man dem ye nya duma no because fiti asiana mo friend pia na okasa nti mo ye na ya hunu ni say ampi no o da ampi mo friend no na mo misa no say adenti a ampi friend no nya dem on fast na ye hu na kure wo ye hu sika o mo de ye park no. It's my pressure no moment there and you know about see ano so. Now say that PSG for us.
Yeah, that's it, Master Moses. Good morning.
Good morning.
When
I
can't you.
You to do ana pema machin mo ni yo. Anura aka ko tare ya nyan tare. Ani aka cha mo se enye man ya di Champions League. Enya no ya di Champions League. Apeta bigi ko nyambe de wo. Obe coach ata na onye ntoma pa mo konko sensi experience coach no omo tinya jibi
you
abo oya jumade ya ebo abaso no kwate mi se Benjamin Asare na mi na so no hanu mo nse e de osha da bona tipi ya ni le bi aba bibi no ta pe na na mi ya to ma kwanya bi ti ama no onna na mi asina ti ni na ya mo se I'm glad I'm almost going out to any Akwaaba.
You.
The funny one, I'm going
You. Yeah, that's it. Last but one, good morning.
Good one as one thing.
Go grass and be able to
Oh, Namia don't go.
You, ma, it's your Jew.
I ask not for no much judge. And say, yeah, there could be a the Asana Quick, I did yesterday. What's the pressure? Pressure, anything. Packing the mobile was the pressure. Pressure, and the don't ever. What do I say? So, Nelson, just on the pressure, who is there, or do you now, you, I don't know what I do. It you never do. I got to. I got to the over the ocean on far. I think you know. Who was I never would be I did that no winner. What do I say? You talking to the I'm not pressure the way and get home.
Yeah, that's it. Last caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Pastor Mohere.
Boko.
Yes, I was Madina Mudina come up. Now I did the one to see a woman. And to pussy until our car said this will now with a number. Ah, more constant pussy time here with a beer park and we can be a month to 9 years.
Okay.
The big question may empty pressure. Oh, pressure, but with you. Because it's a pressure. And you have so much pressure, then deal with the one fast night. Yeah, I asked about you about Germany. About pressure, about you.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Yet me for free for baby. Ebrena so ye call ama Jovia abatwa so ediama. Yenye birthday wins for floor. Na ye queen Priscilla, we hairdresser. I was Sansa Kwanso when Tigo po no energy and me and then your birthday from Adriana I Praga rather say yam 5 videos so na ye be show happy birthday was saying go pan one thing and so no man kan na de da wa koma so bia no wenye ne kama emfam was so you bia on fa Akwaaba radio emfe en ya grant Priscilla ziwe na ba bia obi a birthday no na fa di ene ayoda. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday dear. Happy birthday to you. Enti Priscilla once again happy birthday enko emfam. Na we every Richmond was say Edu AJ Peter or Jini Edu AJ Peter or Jini ne your birthday was say emfa Akwaaba radio so na yare so happy birthday was so say kwantentene ho ante na dia ma so nyankopon no mon ka ho ne dada wa koma so bia no wanye ne kama emfa mo se de bia busuan so ebenya so mfa so nti Edu AJ Peter from Richmond or Akwaaba radio say jiwe ne fa do birthday no. Happy birthday to you. Enti ye si ye konya me adoma na nwire beja na Akwaaba Sports Extra no ya bomode timi e da toas ye cheche obi bia awoti show no upness e Akwaaba yiku ayi se de toas woti bonanka Hussein woti ne kala tactical man so be kwame woti amka Richmond Hayford and the producer me din e de Kofita go good morning and come obi bia
Ghana for Mediane and I double a cadring cassia. Semi bubble cum na metie radio, papa. Radio one point Martin no shit. Radio Jawum dia Akwaaba 98.1. Akwaaba. I drink a semi bar, homo de mama Akwaaba radio, ya batras ye.
New Age Senior High and Technical School. Free admission.
Hey, ain't in your meeting in yampa.
Oh yes.